In the landscape of figure photography, one group strived for tangible and dynamic displays.
No time to explain, get in the rows!
Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's go.
We are live, Bug. Oh, we are live. Yes, sir.
We're officially back at it.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. And love and tradition of the grand design, some people say, is even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls. 'Cause all I see is a tower of dreams, real love bursting out of every scene. It's the bigger love of the family.
The Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast is filmed in front of a live virtual audience and is funded in part by viewers just like you. Thank you.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
We're officially back at it. Boog, nice. Coming at you with the Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast, episode 378. Am I right? Am I right?
Wow, this is you're on a generational run.
That's right.
You got it right last week, even when Poncho messed
true.
up the numbers. You
That's
got it
right.
right.
That's right. 2 in a
We
row.
couldn't
baby.
fool you.
I'm your host, Boog Nice. I got my boys with me, Pan, Cheesy, Rick, Dom. Maybe D-Walt might be joining us. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we in on a Saturday night, not the original typical night for us, but we are here on Saturday because Friday was a little hectic for 50% of us. So here we are, Saturday night. How you guys doing?
I'm feeling great.
Feeling good?
Oh,
Feeling good.
Oh,
Looking
man.
good. How are y'all?
All of the characters in
Saturday.
you guys' life feeling good? Wife, kids, all of that good stuff?
Oh, yeah?
yeah. Yeah, my dog is living life. It's perfect.
Okay. All right. Excellent. My dog is right here trying to sleep, but she's like, shut up.
I'm gonna say you got stuff going on in your house, so your dog must be pissed. My dog hates it when anything's going on
She was
that's
pissed
out
like
of the normal.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, she just looks around like, "What's going on? Why is this happening in my house? This never
She did-
happens." And I'm like, "Gosh, it's hard."
She did get to play with her German Shepherd boyfriend today, though, for quite a while. So
Oh my
Amazing.
god,
that
my man. She said, "That's crazy."
but yeah, how was you guys' week? What happened this past week? Anything exciting? Anything unorthodox?
Trying to think.
I got all those new Pokemon Blockies in. Those are really cool.
Must
Wait,
be nice.
Which blockies?
The Pokemon one, there's like a whole second wave now.
Hmm.
Did you build them all?
Yeah, I built them all. I will say I didn't get for the bigger ones. What are they called? Like Voyager class or something? I can't remember what they're called.
Action class, I think.
Action class. I only got Snorlax and Scyther.
Hell yeah.
I decided to wait on Cinderace and Lucario because, like, I'm in no rush to get Cinderace or Lucario.
I was about to say those are two characters that have like a bunch of figures.
Yeah, and I have a bunch of them. I have like SHF, Lucario, and I have the Jax and the model kit Cinderace, so it doesn't really matter to me. I'll just wait until November or something.
I just bought the select Cinderace for like $4.
Yeah, me too.
At Target. So yeah, it was like $4.98 or something.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'll buy the blockies eventually, but it's not going to be right now.
It is cool that Blockies. I'm pretty sure we talked about it, but like they're available on BBTS, so it's really neat that they have like U.S. distribution now,
Thank God.
which is awesome. But not the little ones, not like the not blind box, but the ones that come in the box, like 6 to a box. Those are nowhere to be found in the U.S. So I knew I was gonna put an order in for those no matter what. But then when I did it at the same time, I was like, oh, I'll get Snorlax too, and then Scyther. Scyther's my favorite Pokemon, so I had to.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I need all of those. I have the first 2 waves. I bought them from Brad. Shout out to Brad Harper. He's in
This is the second
right
wave.
Oh, sorry, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tripping. So I have the Charizard and all those ones. And
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to Bradley. He brought those at Comic-Con, so we didn't have to do no shipping.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that Charizard's great. It's arguably the best Charizard so far. I would say.
I'm saying, speaking of AliExpress, you know what I really need to order? I need to order that Gong Studios Baymax.
Oh yeah,
that thing looks incredible. Vince already ordered it. And I'm jealous. I'm absolutely jealous, but I'll order it eventually.
Hell yeah. And you know what's crazy? When I was sharing all that blocky stuff, a lot of people messaged me asking about like AliExpress and what like the tariffs are like. There are virtually no tariffs on AliExpress.
Yeah,
like, of course there are.
Yeah,
but they're all built in.
Yeah, China figured it out really fast. Well, not really fast, but it took a while for them to figure it out because they were hit with it so long ago. Everything's built into the price. I had somebody ask me the other day, like, dude, so what is it looking like over on AliExpress? Is it a nightmare? Like, not really. Like, I think even when Vince ordered that Baymax, it was like $60-something in total with shipping and everything. And I think like his tariff fees were like $3.
Yeah, they're like $3.
Yeah, they're really, really not bad.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it was pretty terrible. Nobody would ship to you, and if they did, the shipping price was horrific. But China's all good, from what I've seen.
Yeah, and another big question I got was there any like fees from like the carrier? No fees from the carrier. They all come. Yeah. They're all like Speed Pack or whatever, and they come through USPS. But like, there's nothing. They just come. If you've ever ordered from AliExpress, it's the same thing. It's business as usual. It comes in this insanely beat up box, just wrapped in plastic, no bubble wrap, and it's great. It's the same old AliExpress.
Yeah, no frills. It's wrapped in tape. It's a bubble mailer with the thinnest cardboard you could imagine under it.
Yeah,
wrapped in tape. It's the same old man.
I will say that some of their prices are a little bit higher now. But still nowhere near as crazy as if you're, buying from like a drop shipper or something in the United States or whatever.
Yeah, I was telling. God, who was I telling? I don't know. We were on the voice chat the other day, and I was like, dude, this might be the move for Japanese releases, just buying them from AliExpress like after they drop, because nothing's moving over there in Japan right now. So
I was talking,
and even when it does, I don't know what's gonna happen.
I was talking to my friend Doug, D-Rabs on Instagram and TikTok. Like he's the
guy who got hit with nasty tariff fees, right? He had to let those things go, the Dragon Ball figures.
Well, he was afraid that he had to, but that one, luckily, that one like slipped through the cracks. But I was telling him that like for years, whenever new SHFs would drop on eBay, I would always avoid like the Hong Kong listings, because Hong Kong always gets them like pretty fast. Yeah. But I was like, I would always avoid them because like the shipping time would just be so long. It just makes more sense to wait for a Japanese listing and you just get it even faster, even though it shows up like a week or so later. But I'm like, now I'm at the point where those are my guys now, I guess.
Don't disrespect the homies like that. They're doing good jobs over there.
Yeah, man, Beast Boy is saying AliExpress stuff comes reasonably quick, a week or so. Yeah, it took 10 days for me. And I'm on the East Coast. Some of my West Coast friends said that their stuff came in like 8 days.
Yeah. It just depends. It's funny. Like right before the tariffs hit, me and my wife were scared, so we did like a really big Ollie order. She ordered all her Labubu accessories, and I ordered like blocky stuff and whatnot. And man, when I tell you that shit was getting here lightning fast,
it's crazy.
It was getting here really fast. Yeah.
It also depends on the seller too. Like, because I ordered like that like bulky Kaioken Goku, but like that still hasn't showed up. It's been more than 10 days for that one. But whatever, it'll get here. It's just caught up in customs right now.
My Storm Arena figures might as well have been delivered in a potato sack.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, this shit's rough, man.
Yeah, I don't know where any of this shit is headed, man.
Yeah,
it's
in a bad place.
End up, I don't understand even what's happening with the world economy right now. Shit's bad. Well, forget the world. Just the American economy is fucking going down right now. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, it's crazy because like so many places still are not even shipping our stuff. Like people in the chat are talking about Ami Ami and whatever. Like I haven't gotten an Ami Ami like shipping notification in months.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, what's gonna happen? So like when they figure it out, like let's say that we're favorable and it ends up like China where we don't pay that much, like what the fuck are we gonna do? Are we supposed to pay like 3-4 months of Ami Ami?
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's no scenario right now where the shit is just okay. Even if like we were to reverse course right now and stop all of the tariffs and like try to go back to the way it was, we really can't because everybody's kind of like turning their back on us right now and just kind of like, yeah, I don't got your shit together. We're not even really dealing with you. Like we are becoming more and more isolated, and shit is super depressing because it's just like we get in like fucking priced out of the hobby when the hobby is supposed to be our like outlet to get away from all of this bullshit that's happening. Like it's
those moments
inception of like of like depression and shit. Like
those moments where you could be in a toy group and you could tell somebody, take the politics out of here, this is toys, what the fuck are we talking about?
Right.
Can that really be said anymore?
It's
all bleeding together and
right
it
now.
sucks.
It's crazy. I keep seeing more and more like mainstream news about the toy industry getting like decimated by all of this shit, and like collectors and like the company heads and workers alike, so I just don't know where this shit is going, man. But I mean, I do know that at the level that we are all collecting at, I mean, we still got mad shit that we could just go and open and shit. Like I'm sure all of us have like mad toys that we could just open right now for like a week straight, but it's still kind of like depressing. But
it's a terrible situation because it's other people are going to get indirectly affected too. It sucks. And the worst part of it is like you said, like even if things get solved tomorrow, everything's taken back. Like companies don't walk back prices.
That's the biggest thing.
Marvel Legends being
you muted yourself.
They're trying to silence me. They're trying to silence me. Even if things get fixed tomorrow, like Amazon is not going to walk back changing Legends to $30 a piece. Like it's not going to happen. And even those deluxe figures, those like Magic the Gathering ones, those prices went up too from $54.99 to $59.99.
$59.99, yeah.
It's disgusting. Like there's nothing we can do. Even if it gets fixed, like nothing's going to change. Like Hasbro has never walked back prices, and they're not going to start now. So it sucks, man. I don't know. It's a shitty situation.
So we said we were going to touch on that, but specifically we all saw a another like $2 increase on Legends. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if that's their official sort of like new MSRP or what happened there, or if that's some new tariff surcharge or what the fuck. But we were just talking about the increase to $27.99, and then lo and behold, this past week we got another $2 increase basically to $29.99. So I really don't know what happened. We're seeing the first in-hand images of this new mini comics wave 2 basically. I don't know who this person is, but somebody has the whole wave. I saw some like shorts of like little mini reviews and stuff. What were you saying about these, Rick, though? Did they skimp out on something? They took some stuff off?
Phoenix over there, she got her hands taken away.
Really? She had 3 sets of hands before?
She had 2 sets, and now it's just she had 3 sets, and now she just has the one that's on her hand and then the one that's up there. It used to have 2 sets up above her face.
Really?
Yeah, shout out to Brad for pointing that out. That's nasty work, man.
That's nasty, man.
Bait and switch.
The Beast still has 2 sets, right? I think it was Beast that I was complaining, and I wish he had 3 sets. So at least he still got the 2, right? Yeah, I guess
looks like there's something down there.
Yeah, Cheney just said they took away her holding hands in his Discord.
Wow.
She's not gonna be able to hold the comic.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
What's the point even now?
Yeah,
Hilarious, man.
she can't hold her own comic.
Played us, took away the whole build a figure initiative for this, and gave us a little tiny fucking comic and charged more. Fucking sick.
Crazy, man.
What timeline did we skate into, man?
I know. It's nasty work.
Yeah, all right. So Mini Comics Wave 2 is starting to show up in places. I do know in other Legends news this past week, people started getting more notifications about the X-Men 97 Sentinel. For us in the States, they're saying that the, I guess, release date or ship date or whatever is December 15th. So that is rapidly approaching, right before Christmas. Quite a few people will be hit with a pretty hefty charge, because I know for the most part, most people ordered at least 2 of those. We got a lot of, people that ordered 5 and 6 and 10. I think Walton's got 10.
Oh my god!
If sources are true, he has 10.
So yeah, that was the other thing. Also, I believe some of the Gameverse stuff is starting to show up with quite a few people too. Some of the bigger figures, the Juggernaut, the Gargantos. This past week, a lot of people also got Captain America and Venom 2-pack. And also people are starting to get the Iron Man and Mandarin 2-pack. And I see a lot of kit bashes with Mandarin, a lot of different kit bashes with some MCU figures and different things that look pretty damn good. Nice. But yeah, other than that, it's I guess we're just kind of waiting for New York Comic Con, which is around the corner, and we'll probably see quite a few things from all companies, not just Hasbro.
I got a question for you, Bug. So in terms of these Legends right here, so you just said that these got bumped up to like $30, right?
Mm-hmm. I think if you already ordered them at the 27 price, then it's still going to be honored or whatever.
Nice.
You're right. The pre-order price guarantee. Yep.
Okay.
So my question is, like, if you take a look back at where Legends were in terms of quality and sculpt and articulation, like 10 years ago, when they were like around 2022, would you say that the quality spike is justified, the price is justified by the quality spike as to where we were 10 years ago? Just theoretically, not saying that, like, not on like some like shill shit or whatever, but like I was thinking, because like I've stopped collecting Legends for a while. It's been like maybe like 3 to 5 years since I really stopped messing with Legends, like buying like whole waves and stuff like that. But like looking at like the sculpt and a bunch of different stuff, like the jumping quality is there for sure. Like, if I'm looking at a Legends now, like a nice Legend, like say the Wolverine,
because there are some that slip through the cracks that are not.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Nice, not really nice, but then there are some that are like, oh wow, this is a really nice figure. Like, you know what I mean? Like the Spider-Punk, or like some of those like breakout figures from that wave that you actually really liked and bought. But yes, the quality is definitely better overall, and you definitely have a more sound, succinct, sort of like aesthetically pleasing grouping as you start to put together these teams and different eras from the comics and stuff like that. They all work well together, then a lot better than they did 10 years ago. That's for certain. You cannot debate that. There's no debate with that. I think that really the thing that we've been really fighting for is the accessory loadout, just having the right amount of accessories with each individual offering. And they still haven't figured that out. They still like playing towing the line with that and playing a funny game with that. But overall, yes, the quality, like you can pull out certain Legends that have been made in the past 3 or 4 years and just pluck out one and be like, this is a fucking quality ass figure. Like, it's nice, you know what I mean? But yeah, being a domestic kind of like whatever, a domestic brand. It's not an import. It is what it is. You know, when they were 23, 24, 25 bucks, it's like, all right, it is what it is. For 25 bucks, this is all right. But now that they're getting up there to like 30 bucks and shit, there needs to be another significant jump in quality or accessories. You know what I'm saying? Or this is not sustainable. No way.
I said it when we talked last time with David. When I pre-ordered these figures, they were already $30 for me. Because $27.99 plus California tax is after everything, I think it was like $30.64. So I was already at $30. Me pre-ordering these at $30, I'm gonna be at almost $35. There's no way. There's like no way I'm buying these.
Yeah, and if you buy it, it's gonna be few and far in between and shit. You're gonna really pick out that one that I'm saying, oh, this is a dope Legends. I have to have this figure. Like, you know what I mean? Like.
Exactly.
And yeah, if you're not a die-hard Marvel person and comic book collector and trying to like complete teams and shit like that, then yeah, you know, it's easier for you. It's also easier if, like, you know, we've been saying this for years, if you just stick to one line. If it's just one thing that's your bread and butter and you just stick to it, then like some of these things don't hurt as much. But bro, this weekend I was sitting down there like looking at my collection and looking at shit, and I'm just like, I can't really continue to collect all of these things. Like, I gotta make some hard decisions here. Like, it don't make, like, it looks good. It's gonna look really nice in the office, and like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll have a nice spread and like whatever, but like, I'll be stuck in that time because moving forward, I don't know that that's possible. So.
Yeah, I've been there too. It's crazy because just looking at this wave, you can definitely you can cherry pick stuff that I feel is worth a little bit more than the others. Like, I look at this Daredevil, and there is no universe where I would pay the same for this Silver Surfer. Like, it's just like,
yeah.
And they get you though, you know. I mean, it's the game. They get you. Silver Surfer is totally pinless, and it's a new head sculpt now, and it's just like. Damn, like you even forget, and I'm just like, wait a minute, we never had a pinless Silver Surfer throughout this time. Like,
yeah, it's that slow creep. It's like tepid fudge. They like just update it little and little, and just it's spread out so far apart that you're just kind of like, okay, cool. Like one improvement is enough for some people. I'm really into this Daredevil just because like. The sculpt looks so modern, and not only the sculpt, but like the engineering of the articulation looks so modern compared to some of its other stuff. Like the stuff I've talked about for years is like hard cuts on Marvel Legends, but like you can see on like Daredevil's knees, like it looks like they're sculpted like they're scalloped into like his legs and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I think is really great.
And to be fair, again, this comics wave, all of the figures so far have all been pinless, and there's been quite a few new sculpts throughout this. So I mean, that is some of what you're paying for with this too. And in terms of Daredevil, you know, this is Frank Miller's Daredevil. So again, if you're not completely engulfed into buying everything, and maybe you're just a big Frank Miller fan and you got a Frank Miller Batman figure that you really like, and now you have the opportunity to get a Daredevil and add it to your collection, then that's one thing. But for me personally, I copped every figure in this wave because I need Phoenix to complete my Excalibur. I need Ferro to complete my X-Force. I need Gray Black Widow for some like 70s, 80s Avengers team. I need Beast because that's Astonishing X-Men, which is like one of my favorite X-Men crews from the comics. I'm not going to pass up on Surfer because now I could retire the other Surfers and have this one in my main display. And then the Daredevil, I don't really care about it that much, but it is unique in the sculpt, and it is a good figure that you could use for like kit bash and you know, doing displays and making goons and whatever else I want to do with that.
Absolutely.
So, you know, it's different. It's also different when you displaying. If you actually setting up and doing toy photography and stuff like that, then the more the merrier. You got a lot to pull from to build your little universe.
What would you? Somebody asked me this about Dragon Ball SHFs. Like, do you have like a ceiling? Like, what's the? We talked about it before. David brought it up. I think we were talking about like Cyclops. I think SHF Cyclops. But like, what is the ceiling for domestic figures for you in terms of price? Like, what is too much?
We're here.
I don't know. I've been willing to pay.
I'm coming in hot. We're here.
I've been willing to pay whatever for every HasLab that they've offered so far. I've rationalized every HasLab in my mind, even when we were fighting the great fucking Engine of Vengeance wars. It was just like, I'll still buy that. Yeah, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know if there is. I mean, it would have to be something like egregious, like, you know what I mean? Just like,
just out of this world. $50.
I concur. I don't concur. I disagree. I think we are. You want to know where we are? If you've seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, remember when Grandpa Joe and Charlie drank fizzy lifting drink, and they started going up toward the ceiling more and more and more and more, and then they thought it was cool at first, and they were laughing and joking and kicking and swimming and shit. But then when they noticed the swirling fans up top, and they were like, "Oh shit, this is real." That's where we are right now with these being $30.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good analogy.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I would not compare their regular wave releases to HasLabs, because the reason I'm willing to shell out money for a HasLab is because there is no representation of that scale, of that, and I'm using all the air quotes here, quality in my collection of a Galactus of that size or a Sentinel of that size. So these are like once in an offering type situations, right? Like there's no guarantee they'll circle back on these. I know that this is not their last Silver Surfer. And I have like 3 or 4 other Silver Surfers currently in my collection. And I don't know what this Silver Surfer is doing any differently than all my other Silver Surfers to warrant this one being $30. Because once he's in that fucking pose on the surfboard, that's it. In my collection, like, I'm not actively taking him down and playing with him and all this other shit. And even if you're into A.C.B.A, it's Silver Surfer. So once you get him in that dynamic pose on the board, that's it. So to me, if you have the Walgreens Silver Surfer, if you have the Fallen or the Dark Charcoal, the Dark Skin, Nubian, Wakandan Silver Surfer, if you have the Silver Surfer that we just got in the Galactus HasLab as a tier, which in my opinion was a stupid tier, you have plenty of representation of Silver Surfer to do what they need to do. This one being $30 and it comes with the same accessories, 2 sets of hands and a surfboard. That's a crime, bro.
Yeah, I just went to check. So remember I told you a couple weeks ago when I bought these things at $27.99, it ended up being like 30 something. Going now to buy these at $29.99, my price is $32.96.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well,
that's crazy because you could get, you know, the Goku, SHF Goku, or one of those, you know, figures that's argued for about that.
And I love that P worded this in a way where he's like, looking back, what was the window of time you gave? Was it 5 years ago?
10.
10 in terms of
10.
quality. Yeah.
Okay, so I think 10 years ago is the quality difference 100%. Because like there are figures that I now, and it's Hasbro's fault that I'm doing this. There are figures in my collection now from 10 years ago that I'm having to pair with figures that are new releases, like that are dropping today, because I'm still trying to complete teams. You know what I'm saying? So when you are forcibly put in a position where you have to compare the then to the now, it is a stark difference. But for some of them, but there are others where you look back 5 years ago and it's like, and I think I misquoted I'm gonna misquote myself, because I think I did say 5 years ago there's a difference. And yes, for some, but for others, bro, it's not enough to warrant this price hike. Not at $30. Like we were on here 2 fucking weeks ago, tripping over the fact that they were $27.99. So 2 weeks later, now they're $29.
I'm not just to be accurate in the reporting here. That price is on Amazon that you guys saw that,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm
And
looking
it's
at
it's
BBTS. It's still the same.
sold and shipped by Amazon as well.
Okay, all right, yeah.
This is
On
not like a third-party
BBTS,
seller being
it's
funny.
still 27. So this is trickling out. A lot of the big brand retailers, we're seeing increases and things. I went back to order some more cases for putting together the office and stuff, and some cases that I'm just housing, like boxed figures, like imports and things that are still in the boxes or whatever. And those things went up like $3 or $5 or something like that too. So like everything across the board is raising at some of the big box or big brand retailers. So again, and we just not really. There is really no like real rhyme or reason with this whole tariff shit, because for one, I feel like, yeah, the tariffs are affecting us, but I also feel like the retailers are playing certain games and like and like price gouging basically too.
Yeah,
So,
like they can change these prices, and whenever anybody points the finger, they go, "Hey, tariffs."
yeah, the tariffs.
And what the
right?
fuck
You
are we
know
gonna
what I'm
say? You know, we don't work for them. We're not.
We don't
paying
know.
them.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
But this is the thing, though, and it really does make you point the finger at Hasbro and say, "What the fuck?" It's different if you collect multiple lines, and that's where these price increases really are a rub the wrong way, because I don't just collect Legends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I collect Mattel, Masterverse, and New Eternia figures. Them shits are still $21. And if you compare a Masterverse New Eternia figure in terms of plastic, sculpt, articulation, paint, they're not doing anything substantially less than what you're getting in a Hasbro offering. Accessories. Like, I also collect Jada across their multiple properties. I don't even fucking really mess with Mega Man like that. Like, if you were to put a gun to my head right now and say, name all of the bosses from Mega Man 1, gone. However, I haven't missed a release. You know why? Because they're $19.
Well, to be fair, their Street Fighter, their bigger stuff did go up in price, their MSRP.
But you know what, P? I was cool with it because it's justifiable. Sagat, Blanca, all those dudes are substantially bigger than Ryu, Cammy, Chun-Li, Fei Long. So it's not like the price hike came out of nowhere.
Well, no,
I'm saying
that the MSRP for the bigger figures did go up. Like, from their already justifiable higher MSRP.
34 to what was it? What are they now? 34?
It was $30 before, and then it went up to 34 or 35 or something like that.
I think my Sagat and Blanca were $34.99.
Yeah, I found my Blanca at a local comic book shop, and he's $30, and like they've just had it since like it came out, and I was like, oh wow, that's great.
Secondary market, right? Which is crazy.
And just to report right now, somebody in the comments is saying, I'm at Target right now in Atlanta. Legends are $29.99.
A-Town.
There you go.
Because they are. I just came back from the stores right now, and shelves are empty, but the tags are up, and they're $29.99 out my way too.
Jada figures at my Walmart at $29.99 for the Ryu, Chun-Li, and like the smaller guys. It's crazy.
Diabolical, man.
They're stupid.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I see those, and they're like collecting dust at every Walmart.
Oh yeah, the whole.
You know what's funny is I don't know what happened, but I asked Vince Figs too, because we hunt together around here. Mm-hmm. All of the fucking Jada figures disappeared. They're all gone. We have like a bunch of Guiles from Walmart's.
Guiles
and Reuse.
Wait, your Walmart got Guile?
Yeah. We specifically had seen it and wanted to get it for a friend that needed it, and then we went back to the stores like they're nowhere to be found. I used to have a store with Chun-Li's and Fei Longs and Ryu's. They're fucking gone. And I went to the clearance just in case. I was like, shit, maybe they clearance these things out, but there's nothing there, and they're gone. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if local like resale shops are buying them and like just trying to stock the. Yeah, it has to be it, right? Because nothing else makes sense. Like, why are these just? There was like over 30 of them, and now they're all gone, and they're not in a clearance aisle. Like, it has to be these like local shops not wanting to have to place an order and just buying them and putting them on their own shelves.
So here's an interesting thing, and I just thought about this looking at these, and it reminded me that their price increase for Legends comes at a very interesting time, because they have now, I won't say they have now officially, but it appears that they're phasing out the Build-A-Figure program, right?
Yeah.
So the Build-A-Figure program to me was always really smart because it gave you an incentive to complete full waves, even for figures that you really may not have had an interest in. But I need that part. Mm-hmm. And then with the secondary market setting the prices of Build-A-Figure parts, where people were no longer just looking out and selling them for like $5 and $7, and you cover the cost of shipping, depending on what the part is, or sometimes a character that people don't want to buy, people will then jack up the price of that Build-A-Figure part. So now you're looking at paying like $15, $18 per part. So when you factor that in, you're like, well, shit, I might as well just buy the whole thing. All that to say, it's interesting that you phase away something that was an incentive to collect them all to now just selling single carded figures at the highest price they've ever been, which really does lend itself to cherry picking. And like, I normally buy full waves of these. For this, I did not, because I did not get Black Widow, because I feel like the one that I have with the brown jacket on suffices. Fuck that Silver Surfer. That makes no sense, and makes no sense to include him here, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And I did not feel comfortable paying $30 for that Daredevil. It's cool. I'm going to use it more so as like a thug army builder, a human from the street, if you will. But $30, I wasn't feeling it. Not for me. And begrudgingly, I did get Phoenix or Rachel. I did get Feral because I have to finish that team. And although I hate this look of Beast, I am finishing that team too. But the incentive isn't there anymore without the Build-A-Figures being there. Not with a price increase. You're getting less for more.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. All right.
So you did get all of these?
Yeah, I didn't get them in hand yet, but yeah, I ordered all of them. Yes. But yeah, I don't want to spend the whole time on this.
Neither do I.
There might be one or two other things though that we should probably touch on.
If you don't mind, I want to do the OcTOYber stuff real quick, just so there's time for it.
Sure.
Yeah, it won't take super long. Yeah, so I just wanted to go over like the themes for OcTOYber. OcTOYber is super soon. It starts in 3 days?
3 or 4 days?
Yeah, 3 or 4 days. Crazy.
How many days in September? 30? Yeah, 30.
30 days has September. April, June, and November, baby.
31.
I'm dumb. No, that's 30.
I was about to say it's 31.
No, it's 30. It's 30.
It's 30. It's not. It's 31.
For September?
No.
Oh, of October. I was like, what the hell?
No.
It's Halloween. we were all talking about something different here.
What's the rhyme again, Pancho? I never could remember that rhyme.
The rhyme? It's 30 days has September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31, except February that has 29 or 28. What a great rhyme.
That's Solomon Grundy shit. I never could understand that. I never could understand that as a kid. All right, take it away, good. Maestro. What we got?
So I put out a story on a couple of days. If you just need clarification on what these themes mean, because a lot of these are like puns and wordplay and stuff. Enough people have reached out to where I'm like, all right, tight. I'm just gonna just blast it on the podcast. Big huge shout out to Jed Seth. You met him, right, Bug?
Yes.
Yeah, great guy from where is he? Where'd you meet him at? Where is he?
I think at San Diego Comic-Con. Am I bugging?
No, he's from like Europe, no? Jed Seth? Like Paris? No?
Maybe I'm getting confused. I'm sorry.
Okay. Anyway.
Sorry, Jed Seth. If I met you and I'm misremembering, or if I didn't meet you and I'm just making up some shit, I'm sorry.
Well, he's great. He speaks French, and he translated the entire list into French.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
With and translated these puns into French, which is sick.
Nice.
So huge shout out. Huge shout out.
How
to
do
him.
You say I've made a huge mistake?
Exactly.
that one stood out off break.
Crazy. All right, so I'm just gonna go through all the lists. all the themes and just give you the Webster's textbook dictionary definition. Milestone moment. Any like key moment in a character, you can rip it from the comic book or whatever. Just like just a really important moment for a character.
I think you should say that. Well, you'll say it. Go ahead.
Will I? Okay. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Because I feel like you like specifically like breaking these down, but in years past we have said that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Interpretation.
Of course, all of these are up to your own interpretation for sure. But if you want to know, if you just need some like guidance or whatever, then this segment is for you, 100%. Pock Photos is saying, is it okay if my OcTOYber photos are mainly set as desk photos? If you want, sure. Do whatever you want. Super low stress event. Do whatever you want. Honestly, just do whatever you want. Super cool. But yeah, like Boog said, the main point of OcTOYber has always been to flex your displaying muscles and interpret these any way you want, for sure. And that's definitely the key, for sure. So for Unmatched Aura, just I don't know, aura. I guess just like cool poses, characters being him or being her. It's gonna take an classic army building theme. Ripped from the Page is a spin off of Straight Outta Comics. So any recreation of like a comic book page. The birth of A.C.B.A, of course, recreating comic book panels. Everybody Loves a Hero is just hero shots, anything highlighting how much people love superheroes or anything like that. Villainous Activities is just stuff for villains, so anything with a villain. Point of View, you can take this any way you want, honestly. I would really love for Point of View. We highlight these kind of shots a lot in on the show, but they're few and far between. But like, if you can do a first person photo, that would be miraculous. That was what that is like crazy. I love that. Told Through Panels is classic panels, so anything with panels, super great. I've made a huge mistake is somebody making a huge mistake. Off the Scales, multi-scale display, A.C.B.A pillar. Multi-scale displays are like some of my favorite photos that people take in the community. It's super great. What do you meme? Just any recreation of a meme. Everybody loves this theme. I think this theme is like just a mainstay for OcTOYber. A lot of these themes reappear every year. So super great. War Never Changes. Anything with war, obviously. A lot of great G.I. Joe figures have come out. So be super great to see some stuff. Life-changing lesson. I don't know. And a lot of these are pretty self-explanatory, but just lessons characters have learned over the years. Super great. Multiversal Constant is a play on a couple of different themes we've had over the years, which is just like anything multiversal, like what are those characters called that are the same in every universe?
Anchor beings,
anchor being stuff,
baby,
all that like stuff like that. The fit is clean though. At first, this theme was called. It doesn't matter what it was called before, but it's just like a new
I'm
suit.
Curious. I want to know the mind of the madness. What was it originally?
I think the fit is clean though. I think it was new suit. Who's this? Because but then I was like, it doesn't have to be new suits because like maybe there are people that don't have like suit variants of characters and stuff. I just wanted to be as inclusive as possible. But a character donning a new suit, or like just being proud, not even being proud, but like a character donning a new suit or just looking nice in like a new suit. Rewrite history should be pretty cool. So kind of like just like a different take on stuff that's happened in comic books, like just a different outcome and stuff like that. Super great. Generational run, just any like it's generational run could be like just like a character like just doing like I don't know how to explain it, having a generational run, which means just like doing really great, just being on their shit for sure. And Another Life is kind of the same thing as Rewrite History if you want to be super specific, but just like a character like in a different life than what they normally are. So like maybe like a villain is a hero or vice versa or something like that. DC Delight is anything DC. Mayhem at Marvel, also anything at Marvel, like any Marvel thing, which is a theme that we've kind of been incorporating over the last couple of years. Like we try and have one DC, one Marvel every year. Blackout, just like any shot that's like overall dark. We had like From the Shadows in some years, or like Emerging from the Shadows. I think those shots are really cool whenever we play with like really dark photography. You could pretend like it's 2013 where everybody was shooting really, really dark. Not even that long, not even that like 2009 or something, when everybody was like obsessed with taking crazy dark shots. And then White Hot, I feel like we haven't had White Hot in like a couple of years. White Hot was the first day on the first year of OcTOYber, so pretty cool. 23 is a sacrifice play, which any hero or villain just making like a sacrifice or anything, which would be pretty cool. Got You Covered is a play on recreating a comic book cover. A lot of people, we have this a lot of years for sure, but it's always interesting seeing people interpret it differently. A lot of people obviously just use it as like two people having each other's back or whatever, but just as importantly, a lot of people interpret like the covers in different ways. A lot of people do like comic book covers. Last year, some people did like video game covers and like CD covers and stuff, which I thought was so cool.
That's smart.
Yeah, it was super rad.
That is smart.
So if you want to think outside the box this year and do like different covers, that'd be super cool. Iconic openings. This one is, the thought for this one was like just recreating like openings from like your favorite like cartoons or like movies or anime and stuff like that. Colossal Creation. This is like kaiju, like big robots, anything like that. Get the reference is like referencing something. So referencing like something funny or like or anything like that. Or just like recreating anything like from a movie scene or comic books and stuff. Vehicular Valor is anything with a vehicle. Into the Gamerverse is like video game themed stuff. I'm Not a Monster could be anything with like monsters, of course. And Unbreakable Bonds is like the bond between characters and a team and stuff like that. And of course, like Boog was saying earlier, these are these are like one way that you can interpret these themes, but the best part of OcTOYber is seeing how everybody takes these themes and just like runs completely left or right with it, or just takes them as literal as possible, or even going the other direction and just like taking it in the completely different direction. It's all great. It's super great. So I'm super stoked to see what everybody does for OcTOYber. We all are, of course. And that's it. And of course, if you have any other questions about themes, my DMs are always open. All of our DMs are open. If you have any specific questions about OcTOYber, you can hit any of us up, and we'll answer any questions you have.
Heck yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there now. Extra credit for anyone that does a blackout shot and it's Peacemaker themed.
There you go.
That's all I'm gonna say. If you know, you know.
Wish I watched that show.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it's so good.
Great season.
It's fantastic.
Yo, this is a stellar job, P. These themes, I don't know how you do it every year, but 31 of these, and each one is a banger already. I will give you guys this little tip, though. As someone who's judged some OcTOYber shots in the past, the photography definitely is a big piece of it. It is probably the biggest piece of it. But please, please, please be creative when it comes to interpreting these themes. Yes, the surface level is there, but the deeper you dig and the more that you have one of the judges look at your shot and love the way that you've interpreted the theme and done a stellar shot to back it up, that's what really makes, and not just for the judging, it's also for the people viewing. That's what makes this particular event really shine, in my opinion. So take your time, map this out. It is definitely a marathon, not a sprint. The one funniest thing is always seeing everybody who's like trying to do the impossible and put up 31 shots and kind of like hear them kind of talk about how it's a Herculean task and how vindicated yet defeated they feel at the end of putting up 31 of these day after day is always really cool to see. So really excited for this year's OcTOYber.
Yeah, same. Definitely. I think that I'll be able to participate just in time. So hopefully I'll be be able to take some shots. So,
and even if you can't do all 31, this is why the list is shared up front. Map it out. Find 5 of these that are your favorite, where you're like, I'll kill that and knock it out.
That's right. Even if you only do the first or the last day. And act like you did everything in between.
Absolutely.
Knock it out. Knock it out.
Yeah. So any other, I heard you mention Peacemaker. I still haven't seen one episode. I do want to check it out. That's Peacemaker strictly on Max, right? HBO Max?
On HBO Max, baby.
On the B.
Very, very good.
Very James Gunn, but at first I don't know. I like it. You should watch it. It's good.
Okay. Yeah,
I loved it from the jump. It's been so good.
You did. It has been very enjoyable. James Gunn knows what he's doing. He's definitely putting his stamp on the DC universe early. But Peacemaker's quality, man. John Cena, who knew?
Right, who knew? Anything else we should be checking out? Movie, TV wise?
We had a super chat we need to address earlier.
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
From Jerry. Shout out to Jerry. Thank you so much for
hello.
the super chat.
Hey, Jerry.
Jerry. And he asks a question to me and Poncho. He says, Poncho and Rick, please rank the chances of getting these needed SHF reveals in 2026. Number 1, Rukia from Bleach. Number 2, Hiei from YuYu Hakusho. Number 3, Sanosuke from Rurouni Kenshin. And Maki Zenin from JJK. Love the pod. Thank you so much, Jerry. You want me to go first? You want to go first, Poncho? What do you want to do?
Yeah, go first by all means.
Okay. So ranked from the most likely to release, it's got to be Maki from JJK. New season is coming, and she's heavily involved in that season. So I just think it's a matter of time with that. We still don't understand what happened with that license, why there was a freeze. Nobody was making figures for that license, not a single soul, not just SHF, not just Max Factory Figma. It was, nobody knows. It was very, very strange why that just stopped, but it's starting up again. We've seen the Toji, so it'll happen. Bleach, there's a lot of Bleach figures. I think Rukia is probably like the second best likely to come out, and I honestly think that Hiei and Sanosuke are tied for 3 at the least likely, because those lines I think are dead. Yu Yu Hakusho and Rurouni Kenshin did not do well whatsoever.
That's a shame.
I think that Toguro was a big mistake.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that SHF Bandai, I guess, went into this thing with a wrong approach of, hey, everybody's done him in a school uniform. Let's do him without that uniform. But what sucks is that, like, it's iconic for a reason. And although a lot of people already made their Yusuke in that green uniform, at the end of the day, none of those were Bandai's version, you know?
Yeah.
And I think it was a mistake going with the Dark Tournament, because Toguro was spectacularly sold terribly. And yeah, I don't know that line is going to continue. We haven't heard anything in over a year for Yu Yu Hakusho. If it did continue, I'd be happily surprised, but we've heard nothing from it, and I don't know that they're going to do anything else. And the same was with Rurouni Kenshin. I think very famously on here, I said how much I thought that Kenshin needed a lot of work. Those legs look terrible. And maybe, you know, soft goods wasn't the answer, because Demon Slayer proved that they can do it without having to force soft goods on a figure. They did a good job, I thought. So I don't know that line is going to continue. Sanosuke would be great. I think he'd make a lot of sense. Nobody's done him yet, even third party wise, but I just don't know that those are going to happen. We've not heard anything from both of those lines in probably over a year. And it sucks, man.
I'm going to put a pin in that. SH did Demon Slayer figures well without soft goods, because I want to come back to that. But I'm gonna let you keep cooking, because you still got 2 more to make it through your opinion on Sanosuke. Well, no, you did Maki already.
Yeah.
My list is pretty much the same as yours, Rick. I think that their Yu Yu Hakusho rollout was like a prime example of like them catering to like the US audience a little too much, because like I think the Dark Tournament is like most recognizable in the United States for that same age demographic of like people in the United States that like Dragon Ball. But like on the other hand, like Yu Yu Hakusho, like I feel like they were thinking like, you know, like people Toonami viewers, like they love Dragon Ball, like they're buying all this Dragon Ball. What was hot on Toonami around the same time, and it was Dark Tournament, but like that was just something that was on, that people were waiting for Dragon Ball for stuff. And like that, not to say that's how I feel, of course, like I love Yu Yu Hakusho, but like for the average person that's buying, for the average Toonami, it's a very niche demographic, but like for the average like Toonami viewer that's buying all these Dragon Ball SHFs, like Yu Yu Hakusho just doesn't mean as much as they thought it would mean to them. I'm with you, Rick. I feel like they should have just started from the beginning. Like why not? It's just like they had no reason to jump the gun on that. Because like it's something we say all the time. Like legacy characters like that will always sell no matter what. This like, and I understand that is completely is 100% conflicting with what we're saying right now. But I think the rollout also matters a lot too.
Yeah. And you know, we have a great example, and like the perfect them understanding the mistake they made is the Hunter x Hunter line. They didn't just make the fucking adult version of Gon, like with the long ass hair. They didn't just jump to making these random versions that they wanted to make. Gon, just because Figma made them already, you know, Gon, Kirua, they're the standard version that everybody knows and love. And immediately we're gonna get Kurapika and we're gonna get Leorio, and they struck much better on that end. And how they're handling Hunter x Hunter is exactly how Yu Yu Hakusho should have been done.
I agree. As somebody who's not as deep in it as you guys, I did see that Yusuke figure release, and my initial thought was, wow, what an interesting jump off point, given that y'all historically do not finish teams and don't finish lines. So if this doesn't sell well, there's no guarantee that you'll ever end up with him in his school uniform green suit anyway, which is kind of crazy. Versus someone who just did it recently domestically with Jada opting to do blue suit Mark over OG yellow, black, and blue suit for the Invincible line. I think that was like a balls move of them to do it, but they recognize that their product moves and that they have a higher likelihood to do all of those figures, all of those characters. So people, I think, will still buy the blue suit, even though I think a lot of people would have preferred for them to start with the yellow, black, and blue. I think it was a very calculated move. So it's interesting. Like, to your point, I would not have known about Yu Yu Hakusho if it wasn't for Toonami. So while this look does resonate with me and I get it, and it's like, all right, that's cool. I like seeing Yusuke in this look from the Dark Tournament.
Yeah.
I think you make the best point, Rick, of get your bread and butter first, because we all know you're only going to get max 6 figures out of this, 6 characters from this wave. Why not do it the way they did Gon and Killua? For Hunter X Hunter.
And you know, it's sad to say that you're not wrong. You know, like, they don't have the greatest track record of releasing everything, because as soon as things get rough, they're ready to just say, fuck this, we'll just keep focusing on what does well. Rightfully so. You know, they're a company out to make money, you know, so if something doesn't do well, they're not going to continue. So doing things that way, like, it's hard when you see those two versions of, you see Yusuke and you see Toguro, and you're like, fuck, man, like, they haven't even started on the main 4 in their standard looks. Like, you know, it's hard to get people invested that way. And, you know, I understand why they wanted to do it, but I think it was the wrong move. And Hunter x Hunter shows pretty much that, you know, that was the case, because going with the standard look for the team first and letting people know from the jump, like, we're doing this whole squad, is important. And they should have done it that way.
Yeah, agreed. But we'll see. I do think that this look still would have sold well had they done the green suit first and then got to this, or they would have moved the same numbers, right?
Yeah.
But by doing this suit first, I hope they don't gauge this as people's level of interest in Yu Yu Hakusho and then don't even make it to the green suit, or make it to the green suit and that's it.
Exactly. Yeah, I really hope that isn't the case, because I do want versions from them, because I mean, even the third party stuff is really expensive. The third party company that did Hiei, they never released him again, and he's like wildly expensive. So, and it's tough, man. It's a nasty situation to be in. But you know, it is what it is, and you know, it just goes to show that good figures don't mean anything sometimes, because that Yusuke, let me tell you right now, is an incredible figure. It's one of the best figures SHF has ever done. Off the top of my head, if you force me to pick top 10 figures, he'd definitely be in there. And it didn't matter. It didn't matter that figure is one of the best they've ever done. People want the version that they want. You know, they want the classic. They want the classic signature version, and that's it. You know, it's a shame, man. And I hope that we're wrong, and that they're still willing to do it again and take another crack, whether it be like soon or maybe a couple years from now, because I think that team would do really well if they stayed focused, showed all 4 of them from the jump. They would have killed it. I mean, even when they revealed Killua and Gon on that live stream, they immediately said in Japanese, but I mean, anybody could translate it. They'd said Leorio Kurapika are next. Like,
and you know what? I
there.
think that's what Figure Arts needs to do more of. I think they need to start at least giving fans the reassurance where if you reveal the like finished model or even a resin model, or like you show a picture of a resin model, like at least let us know, dangle the hook a little bit more and let us know what's coming. Even if that shit drop a year from now, at least you spoke on it and it's like, all right, cool. I at least know they're doing the core.
Exactly.
Because I'm kind of going through it now, and one thing that did not make the list of who was that who just commented? I want to make sure that we Jerry with an H. Something that did not make his list is Demon Slayer. I'm kind of in my Demon Slayer bag heavy right now. I told you last night I'm on my 3rd watch of the series. We're on the last 2 episodes because I'm gonna take my kid maybe tomorrow if we finish it tonight. To go see my son, to go see the movie Infinite Castle. Boog is no longer here, but Mr. Nice, hopefully you've had a chance to take your kid to go see Infinite Castle. Damn good. And what I wanted to put a pin in is the lack of cloth robes on SH Figure Arts Demon Slayer figures. There is a workaround. I'm in the process. I have all of my Hashira robes in my cart on AliExpress. $130, $120 and like 6 cents, $126 for robes for Ginyu, Rengoku, Tanjiro. I bought the little skirt and the robe for what's his sister's name?
For Nezuko.
Thank you. And who else? And Zenny. Yeah, Zenitsu. So for those 4 or 5 robes, $120, bro. Not too shabby, but the fact that I have to like take these apart now and do like the little mods to put the cloth robes on them, is not the greatest. I could have just went Buzz mod for these, but the Buzz mod ones look like chunky. They look like slender chibi versions of these figures, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But speaking of both things at the same time, outside of the robes, I hope to see, or you would think we would see, more Demon Slayer characters, given the success of the film. The next one that's up is, there she goes. You know the names, Rick. My daughter teases me all the time for not knowing their names. Shinobu.
Yeah, Shinobu,
yeah. So she's up next. So far, only one company is making her soft goods robe, and I don't like it because their stitching is very heavy-handed. It's not as well hidden as the other versions that I'm buying.
That's Poncho's biggest pet peeve. He hates the heavy big stitches. So
it's mine too. Look, P, that's one of the things about ordering soft goods from like AliExpress, because they'll throw up all of them, but like you have to physically go in and look at all the photos and hope that somebody else is not using someone else's photos, because different people do different soft goods in different ways.
I think 80% of soft goods look goofy as hell. Like, and I think
I
think I'm being generous.
I feel you. Like big ass zippers, big ass stitching.
Dude, the zippers. It's the fucking zippers, dude.
Every time.
You're talking about cowbell size zippers on these guys.
How it breaks the illusion, right?
Dude, they look like dolls. And I get it, and I make the joke all the time. Of course, they're all dolls, but like they look like Migos. They look terrible. They look like dollhouse.
Somebody the other day in the voice chat uploaded a picture of like some designer brand's jacket that had a cowbell size zipper, and they're like, "Show this to Poncho. Tell him what the fuck does he have to say." Yeah, and I forgot to save it. But it was funny because.
All right, well, you tell that person
zippers like that.
You tell that person, would they wear that shit? I don't think so. So your gotcha moment has completely shit the bed.
Like, yes, they would. But anyway, with me in my Demon Slayer bag right now, heavy. And with the success of the film, I think it's the highest grossing anime ever released in theaters.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's is it the highest grossing? It beat out like Ghibli stuff?
Yeah, crazy. I think it's the highest grossing anime ever released in cinema, in theaters. But I really hope they make it through all the Hashira. I hope they make it. I'm not collecting the moons, even though there's only Akaza, but I have a feeling I'm gonna kick myself if I don't get them now, because as the movies continue to increase in popularity and people go back and watch the show based on the movie, I know the price is gonna get stupid. So I would love to see more releases of these in the near future.
You're right. The top two anime films of all time worldwide is Demon Slayer Infinity Castle and Mugen Train.
Yeah.
Third is Your Name, incredible film. If you've never watched Your Name, David, you got to do that. Fourth is Spirited Away.
Well, I think the most important thing people have to keep in mind when thinking about these metrics is like what Christopher Miller is saying. It's a shame Akira exists. Pock Photos is saying beat out Pokemon. These are films from decades ago, dog. If you want to talk about the culture of anime being accepted and widely like consumed, like if there was some sort of inflation chart, if you could somehow convert it, look in the back of that notebook, Pam, and see if there's a chart. I would love to see that, because like anime is so huge now. It only makes sense that they would beat out, these boomer animes, I guess.
But, dude, the fact that Spirited Away is number 4, and it's really
impressive.
close.
Yeah, that's huge.
2001, wildly impressive.
Well, but also that was heavily marketed as a Disney film. Like
Spirited Away.
Yeah, the whole marketing was Disney, and that was like
it was Disney's Ghibli film. They called it like whenever they promoted. Like,
and
Your Name got a lot of like award buzz.
Yeah,
and it was like virally popular, and so it was like art house popular. But the fact that I saw Akira in a movie theater, not original release, but it was like one of those like re-release type situations. But even then, it wasn't at AMC. It wasn't at Regal. It was like a little mom and pop, rinky-dink, like $4 movie theater.
Was it here?
Huh?
Was it here that you watched it?
No. This was a long time ago, bro. This is back when I was like a teenager still.
Oh my.
So the fact that these movies are getting like mainstream releases, the fact that this shit is released on IMAX, the fact that Demon Slayer is released on 4DX, and you're like in the theater with like moving seats and fucking rain and mist and water that blows in your face. They're using the breathing technique. You hope that's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, Demon Slayer famously, Demon Slayer by itself makes more than any other American comic book company combined.
That's crazy.
It's crazy how big that series is.
And I get it. I saw someone in the chat say it's derivative. I mean, this isn't Shakespeare here. You know what I'm saying? This isn't a Ghibli film here, but it's to me, for a lot of people, this is going to be entry level anime.
Yeah.
And that's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Like, it's the anime of the time, you know?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Because think about all the shit we were watching on Toonami. For those of us that Toonami was your intro, I'm a little before Toonami. But if Toonami was your intro into anime, all of that shit was derivative.
Like, yeah. It's funny because in normal circles, it was like, oh, yeah, you know all the ones from Toonami? Hell yeah. But when I was in high school, it was like, man, you only know the ones from Toonami? Get the fuck out of here. Like, you can't talk to us.
Right.
That was my high school growing up. Like, bro, you cannot talk to us. You know only the ones from Toonami? Get the fuck out of here. Well, but yeah, in normal circles, it was like, hell yeah, you watch Gundam Wing? Okay, you watch
Man.
like you know, that was what was going on.
I remember my first real like anime nerd like shunning the fuck out of me because I was telling them that Gundam Wing was one of the best Gundam anime ever, and Endless Waltz was the shit, and the judgment on his face.
What?
Like, what? Get out of here. You like fucking superhero Gundam? Get out of here. That's stupid. And I just felt crushed because at the time I was like, no.
Gatekeeping is wild.
It is. Anime gatekeeping is probably some of the strongest gatekeeping out there.
But you know, some of these anime elders, they earned it, man. They earned it. a lifetime of ridicule.
Yeah, it's like Pac said, back in the day they used to trade fan dubbed subbed VHSs.
That's how I watched Dragon Ball.
That was the move. That was the move.
That's crazy. Yeah, good times. So we'll see. But now that I got my little figure arts over here, P, they got me, baby.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
That's how they get
Look at God.
I'm back. So
it's real.
Back where we started, Rick.
I cannot believe that Hunter x Hunter isn't getting you. Those figures are incredible.
I'm fighting it. And you know what?
That's
I may circle back because my daughter put me on to Hunter x Hunter, and I was reluctant because I was like, I don't really like this anime style. But she was like, Dad. Like, she literally sat me down and put like both of her hands like on my leg and was like, Dad, watch it. And I was like, all right, I'll watch it. And I loved it. It was great.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
Beautiful.
The last thing I'll say.
Of anime.
Oh, sorry. The last thing I'll say.
Yeah, go.
My fault. The last thing I'll say is like just the landscape we're in of like all these animes coming out in theaters, and how David said that like he had to go to like some like it was just so few and far between to see anime in theaters. Like I remember when Battle of Gods was coming out, I was it's as if I was running a campaign. I was telling all of my friends, please watch this in theaters. I don't care if you haven't watched Dragon Ball in forever, like you have to watch, because back then it was unheard of that Dragon Ball was going to be in theaters again, or just not even anime in general, because at that point like some anime was coming out, but like I just remember just asking everybody like, we got to do it. Like even me as like, you know, I like the English dub, but it's not my favorite by any stretch of the imagination. But like I saw it in English like a couple of times in theaters just to get those numbers up. But like now, like whenever the new Dragon Ball movie comes out, I will not be on that same campaign because like it's just like I just know it'll do well no matter what. But it's just so interesting to think back to 2013 where I was just begging everybody to see Dragon Ball in theaters.
Yeah, it's different, man. It's just a different time. And honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck and take it a step further. I attribute some of this anime in theater success to the MCU and these comic movies because they made it cool to embrace your geek. My daughter, she's a fucking 8th grader, bro. Like she's all about like image and like not a lot of what other people think, but she doesn't want to put herself out there that much. She totally dressed up, and I took her and her friend because they wanted to go see the Demon Slayer movie. And she dressed up as Morichio. I'm sorry, I'm butchering the names. Morichio? How do you say his name? The Mist Hashira?
Oh my god.
The dude with the blue highlights, Morichio, something like that.
I want to yeah, Muichiro. Yeah, you're very close.
All right, I was close. And her friend dressed up as the one Shinobu. And I'm like, these are like little black girls going to see anime and they're like embracing it and dressing up. And they like made their own homemade costumes and the whole nine.
Hell
and she,
yeah,
like,
dude.
Some turquoise like shoelaces and got creative and braided them in her hair so that they had like the ombre blue. And then when we got there were hella other people dressed up as characters from Demon Slayer. And it was just the coolest shit. Like other people were like, oh, you're out. Like when people were walking in dressed up, like people cheered for them. So when the three of us walked in and people kind of like, yeah, woo, Morichio or whatever, it was like a validation, bro, that like this is cool and this is where the cool kids are. And to your point, Battle of the Gods, I wrote my fucking nephew off because I went to go see Battle of the Gods and I took Christian. He and I sat in Battle of the Gods, and my nephew bailed on me at the last minute, and instead of going to see Battle of the Gods, went and saw fucking Pixels.
What the? So how did it go making him walk home?
Man, I was furious because I was like paying for everybody to go. And then as we're up there, he's like, hey, Uncle David, would you be cool if I didn't go see the Dragon Ball movie and just saw Pixels instead? And I just snapped my neck and looked at him with so much like fury. But I was like, all right, man, whatever you want. And
on my dime?
And I just remember when he got out the theater, I was like, me and Christian were like hella gassed and like, woo, that was awesome. And then I was like, how was your movie? And he was like, yeah, it sucked. And I was like, that's what you get.
Fuck that.
That's what you get.
A similar thing happened with me and my best friend. I remember like after I got my first job, I was like, let's go to the movies, dude. Let's go to the movies. And he's like, yeah. And we get to the kiosk and I was like, dude, we're gonna like, let's watch Rambo. And then he was like, yeah. And then we get to the kiosk. He was like, what about Meet the Spartans? I really want to see that. And I was like, are you fucking serious? And he was all like, he was like, please.
I was not expecting you to say that movie.
please Meet the Spartans. And I was like, all right, dude. So we went and saw Meet the Spartans. I hated that movie so much. I just snuck into Rambo on the way out. We were literally walking by the Rambo theater and it just started. And I was like, we're fucking going in this, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
that was a good rebound.
I'll never forget that. I actually hung out with my friend last weekend and he brought that up. And he was like, remember when we went to see Meet the Spartans? And I was like, I try to forget that all the time.
Did you hit him with an Uncle Phil? We wanted to see Meet the Spartans.
Crazy.
Oh,
all right. Well, let's switch gears. Have you guys is there any other new releases? I see you brought up all
Instamachi stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what we got.
Oh man, we got some good ones this week.
Yeah,
look at that. There's your boys right there. Front and center, David.
I see them. I need to go back and they put up new episodes of what is this show called? Hero X.
To be Hero X, yeah.
Yeah, To Be Hero X. I need to go back and watch the new episodes that are up, but man, that looks pretty good.
You in on these or what?
Nah. I'm just now dipping my toe back in. I'm over here complaining about the prices of Hasbro, and now I'm out here spending $80 on Figure Arts figures again. I know. I'm buying them domestic. I didn't get them from Ami and shit. So
rough.
But
you can't.
I mean, I was gonna say, to your credit, nobody's getting them from
nobody
Ami
can
right now, so you're chilling.
And I didn't even tell you this story, P. When they delivered my Rengoku and my Ginyu, Amazon, who I ordered these from, because nobody else had Ginyu, they put them on my porch, but did not put them under the awning of the porch. So my package sat outside for 2 days in the rain. As you can see here, look. Like that's how sad. I have it out now so it can dry. I'm opening these, so that's okay. But that's how saturated the packaging got. Like that's it, right? So to Amazon's credit, which is why Papa will never bash Amazon, I called them or text them on their group chat or their customer chat and was like, "Yo, y'all left my packages outside on my porch in the rain, and it sat out there." And then they were like, "Oh man, we're really sorry." And then I was like, they were like, "Let me get your order number." And I gave it to them. And then they were like, "Oh, these were expensive items." And I was like, "Yeah, they were like $89 each." So then they were like, "Well, how about this? Go ahead and keep those, and then we'll refund you your money for your purchase.
That's what I'm talking
If you want, you can order them again." And so I was like, "Thanks, Amazon." So shout out to Amazon customer service. They always do a really good job. And
shout out to my guys in India and Philippines.
Wait, say that again. Say that again.
I said shout out to my guys in India and Philippines because that's all. That's the only type of people.
That was all them.
That
was all them.
You know what? I know a guy who's both Indian and Filipino.
Yeah. Some could say I'm bred to be the perfect customer service role.
Oh yeah. You are like supervisor material.
Born for this, brother. Anytime there's a problem at Poncho's work with a customer, they're like, "We know."
Don't even ask for a supervisor. Just be like, "Can I speak to Poncho, please?"
Yes.
Yeah, somebody picks up the phone and they go, "Call in the cleaner," and there shows up Poncho.
Are either of you guys watching the show?
No, I need to. Everybody Vince keeps telling me about it. You tell me about it. I gotta watch it.
It's super solid. I guess there have been other iterations of it. I didn't watch the others, but this one has been good.
There was other iterations of this?
Yeah, like I guess they focus on other heroes, and I think it has another name. So this is the latest iteration of the show.
What? I never knew that.
Different characters, I guess, but I guess it's kind of like an anthology type series.
Oh, okay.
And so, but the articulation and the transformation of her guitar weapon, that's spot on right out of the show. That shit looks good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Very
Love
cool.
to hear it.
Yeah, looks really good.
What else, Rick? Oh, let's talk about these.
Hell yeah, we got to talk about these. Which one you want to do first, brother?
Let's do Pansy. She's first.
Oh my god!
I'm so into
get
it.
Get a load of this, Walton. I know you're seeing this and you're like, Pansy, cool, whatever.
I mean, I knew she was coming. They were going to milk the hell out of all of these.
But it gets better. This is a DLC, baby.
Oh, and the best DLC so far.
Yeah, probably the best DLC I've ever seen. Oh my god. Get ready for this one, D-Walt.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
So wait, when was this in the show?
It was when they stopped at the hotel, the inn.
Yep.
And Goku was like guarding the Dragon Ball, and then he put on this hat.
Yeah, they didn't want him to
disguise his human ears, his non-demon ears.
Yep, that was.
Oh, you're okay. You're right. It was in in the ship, not the hotel. Sorry.
Yeah, they were like, we gotta hide your ears and whatnot. They're not pointed.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, that's so the only way to get this is to get Pansy.
Yep.
Okay. Pretty clever.
How the game is played, baby.
And that Pansy figure looks fantastic.
It's great. It's so good.
Yeah.
I
don't know how I feel about this picture of the Supreme Kai caressing her cheek. That's a little what's happening there? Unhand me, sir.
I can't remember. I just can't remember. I've been meaning to rewatch Daima.
Isn't she like 200 years old or something?
I don't know. Well,
yeah, it's a classic anime trope.
He's like 1,500 years old though.
Yeah.
They're the same. They're the same age.
Yeah, these all look good, man. What's the her articulation looks crazy for it to be such a small figure.
It does, yeah. It looks nutty. It's well, honestly, it's the same scheme as like most of their Daima stuff, but she's just a little taller than Goku and especially Vegeta. Like they all have the same breaks and
remember,
cuts.
She makes it a thing. Like, you're telling me what to do. Like, I'm bigger than you.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're not.
I thought that my boy was going to get a little more shine than what he did on the show.
Who?
Glorio?
Shin?
Yeah, Glorio.
Oh, Glorio.
He loves Glorio. Yeah.
Yeah, I love his design. To me, it's one of the better new character Dragon Ball designs in a while. And I feel like he started out strong, but then I think they just didn't know what to do with dude anymore.
I don't disagree where I thought that he was going to have a big moment and that everything was building up to like Gloria was going to have a big moment and it never really happened.
Or like a big moment, like a heel turn, or a big moment where he's revealed where he was like an agent and then he turned on.
Well, that happened, David.
Kinda. I don't know. It did happen. You are correct. But it just kind of was like, to me, it kind of fell flat a little bit. Like the I don't know. I just think that they took the focus off of him a little too much near the end of the show.
I agree. I feel like there were seeds planted for like a deeper exploration into him and his motives and stuff, but they just didn't. It either got cut out or they just didn't get to it. I feel like Daima overall, while I loved it, I felt like there were seeds planted for a lot of things. Obviously, the elephant in the room is like all those like bugs and stuff. But but even more for like character motivation and background and stuff. There's a lot that could have been explored that they just didn't. And I understand that they didn't because it's a mini series. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Well, allegedly, it's coming back. I think I shared an article with Rick the other day where they were like they aren't done with this world and these characters. So more to come.
Yeah, it's I mean, this is like the only anime they can make.
Yeah, this is the only thing they can make, honestly.
Yeah, so it does make. I'm sure, like, if it wasn't particularly popular, they wouldn't continue. But it seems like this anime did really well. I think these figures are doing really, really well.
So for the uneducated, what do you mean? This is the only anime they can make. I know Toriyama is no longer with us, but we still have all the manga. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Okay. We do still have all the manga for continued adventures and shenanigans in Super. So what's going on there? So we're not getting any more episodes of Super anytime soon?
Yeah, take it away,
Poncho.
Okay.
Oh, wait. You go for it. You go for it, please.
Yeah, because there's like this huge legal battle going on with Shueisha and like Capsule Corp. So Capsule Corp is now a new company that was made to initially handle all things Dragon Ball, but there was like some he said she said about it being made without the wishes of certain people involved with Dragon Ball. So now Shueisha is like they're at a standstill with Toei and Capsule Corp. Toei is the people that have the rights to the anime. And basically Shueisha is not giving them the okay to do Dragon Ball Super because Shueisha owns the manga and they have to give permission. From what I remember, I could be wrong, but they have to give permission to adapt manga stuff, and then they're just not. So they're just at a standstill in terms of who gets what, like who can do what with what. It's pretty crazy, and it's wild. So for the time being, they just can't. They just can't
be touched.
They can't do anything with the manga. Which is a bummer because a lot of great stuff has happened in the manga.
Oh my god! Yes.
But because of that opens up opportunities to get great stuff like Daima and Dragon Ball Superhero and stuff. So, a lot of articles have come out with like the editor of Dragon Ball. He was at some conference or something, I think in France or I can't remember. But like, he usually is like a big mouthpiece for. Yeah. Like criticisms with stuff or whatever. He did not enjoy Daima. He went on record saying that the next anime should be focused on Vegeta or something.
Yeah,
I saw that. I shared that with you, Ricardo.
Yeah.
And at the time, it was when it had just broke, and Rick was like, "Fuck no."
Yeah, I thought that was fake too.
This isn't real.
I thought that shit was fake.
Yeah.
Because he was kind of like, he kind of lambasted a little bit, right? Like that was out of character, right? For anyone to speak out against the property like that.
That guy has been, obviously we don't know the ins and outs of it, but that guy has been, to the fandom at least, looking in, very scummy in like everything he's been doing. Like Capsule Corp's creation and like his want of control for Dragon Ball has all been very selfish and like never been some sort of like grander plan or anything like that from anybody else. It's all him trying to see some sort of control as like the editor of this shit. Like he's just been real shitty.
Yeah, but you know, to credit his tenure, like being Toriyama's editor is no small feat. Like a lot of stuff people love about Dragon Ball is because of him. Like there'd be no like without him, like 19 and 20, that'd be it. There'd be no 17, 18, 16, Cell, there'd be nothing.
Yeah.
All of those were his ideas.
Well, I wouldn't say they were his ideas. It was basically just Toriyama putting out that weak stuff and him going like, I don't like these guys. Do other stuff. And then Toriyama creates other people. Or other forms
and definitely no discrediting to this man, because basically anything past Frieza really was all him pushing Toriyama to do more. Because I mean, famously, Toriyama wanted to finish this thing a long time ago, and was pushed by editors to that editor specifically to keep going. So he did do a lot of good, but that man is really big in his own head, and he's like been really controlling. But like Pancho said, he's done a lot of great things. So it's hard. There's no discrediting him in that sense at the very least. But he's been wanting to seize control of this, and Toei doesn't want to. I don't know. It's been a fucking mess. It's been a mess. And you know what? I love Daima because it's so Toriyama. So that does suck that he didn't like it.
I'm not opposed because, you know, I have some pretty strong, not like these aren't ideas exclusive to me, but I have felt that Vegeta definitely has needed his own Vegeta heavy arc that focuses more on like maybe trying to rebuild Planet Vegeta or something. I felt that superhero focusing on Gohan is the direction that the show should have went on a while ago and kind of passed the torch. They didn't do it fully back in the Cell saga, passing the torch to Gohan, but I felt like superhero was a good way to bridge the gap with Dragon Ball Z to Dragon Ball Super to Dragon Ball Superhero, and then kind of let the focus shift to Gohan and let him take the reins of it's now his story to tell. I get it. Goku sells and everybody loves Goku. I think I saw like some article the other day saying something about like Dragon Ball Z like impacts Japan's economy to some extreme, and if it went away, it would mess up the economy or something over there. So I get it, but I like if that's his thing and that's been his take, and he's been kind of like the maverick at the studio that's been pushing for them to do different outside of the box things and pushing Toriyama's like thinking on some direction and some of these characters. Maybe it may be time for like some fresh ideas, unfiltered ideas. So
yeah, we'll see where it goes. I think the manga has been on hiatus for like a year at this point.
I think even longer.
I mean, it might be longer than that, and it sucks. It was getting to like a really fun time. But it's been on hiatus as well for quite some time.
Yeah, I had been trying to stay spoiler free. You know that shit is popping off heavy in the manga when it's like creeping out into like mainstream shit that I'm hearing it and catching wind of like things that are going on in the manga. That's when you know shit had got real. So, but it's also sucked because for those of us that don't read the books, we're just kind of like chomping at the bit waiting for anything continuation because how long ago was the last thing that we got from Super? Was it the Tournament of Power?
It's coming on 10 years.
Jesus. That's crazy.
No. Prepare to wait. Prepare to wait.
Yeah, it's been a long time, and it just it sucks. And both sides are not looking to like meet in the middle. It doesn't seem like that's the worst of it too, is that they're not all of them think that they deserve their right to it and its control and the way that it should be done, and nobody nobody wants to relinquish anything, basically. So it's gonna be fucking rough, and we might be Daima for quite some time because of it.
Well, that's no fun. But alas, we'll see where it goes. Who knows? Crazier things have happened.
Yeah. Hopefully something does happen.
Yeah. You never know. All right, let's move on. All right, next is Shin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So what else we got here?
Oh hell yeah. My dog.
I love it. The bugs, not bad. The bugs for DLC.
I like it. And the chewing mouth, you know?
Yeah, not bad.
Base plate comes with the bugs.
I'd imagine, yeah.
And Goku eating head is actually very, very usable.
It's true.
That is a major character trait of the character. So this is
true.
kind of a must-have, actually. Is there an adult version of a Goku eating head?
Yeah, it came with like that restaurant set.
Yeah, the food set. Yep.
Hell yeah, this looks great. Looks wonderful. I'll be buying both. That'll be $160, please. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, that freaking sucks, man.
Stinks. But yeah, take it away, Rick. Who's this fella?
Oh man, this is Granny Shigaraki. From My Hero. Looks really, really good. This is the soft goods I like, baby. Capes. That's what makes the most sense. You know, somebody was asking you earlier, Poncho, but we were too deep into our dive. They were asking how you felt about One Piece's use of soft goods with SHF, and like, you know, they do the capes and whatnot, and like draped jackets. You think that's good or what?
Where are they? I'll scroll until we get there. Tell me when.
Oh no, they're not anywhere there. I'll just find pictures for you.
Oh,
they're not anywhere scroll worthy. I don't think.
How long ago were they made?
A while ago. I think. Okay. But maybe Homeboy right there. I forget his name. That pirate cat.
The one that
pirates, but
Zora fought.
The one that Zoro fights. What's his fucking name? I can't remember. Does he have a soft goods one?
No, that's plastic.
That looks plastic.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't mind.
Oh my god! You see what I deal with, people?
I don't mind. I don't love it. I just don't mind it.
He's supposed to agree with everything I say.
There was some One Piece dude you guys showed with a big ass white, chunky ass robe or cape on. It was like furry. And then I remember the conversation y'all had on the podcast about how crazy it looked that it wasn't soft goods.
Yeah.
It was
that was
ass of plastic.
That was the episode that sparked the whole thing.
Yeah.
See,
that
like
was the spark.
I don't know. Even this looks goofy to me.
Does it? The buckles make sense though. They are that big.
I don't mind. The buckles don't bother me. It's just like everything looks so big. Like the stitching, like the gap needed for the wires, like it just looks huge. They just look.
That one doesn't look that bad.
Oh,
the stitching does look a little crazy around the neck, but there are definitely more egregious violators when it comes to the soft goods.
I'm not saying that I hate it. I just think it still looks goofy to me. Like I'll be buying this figure when it comes out. Even this Voldemort, like I think the stitching on here looks like a mid-tier. Like I hate how big the stitching is. I don't think we're there. I don't think we're there.
Stitching does make or break soft goods to me as well. But there are a lot of good third-party companies that are doing some soft goods where they get it. But again, that's all they're focusing on. I think that sometimes a lot of these companies that their primary focus is the figure and articulation and everything else, I do think that they kind of phone it in when it comes to the soft goods.
I feel like I don't understand how companies have not just used like higher grade fabric adhesive instead of stitching. I understand because stitching is always better than adhesive and like transportation and storage with heat and stuff. But like, I would much rather there's no stitching at all, because like unless you're working with the right kind of fabric and stitching that blends like so well into the fabric, like you're always going to be dealing with like high gauge, big fat fabric. Like it just looks ridiculous in scale to me. Like when you look at this,
you know what? On that, I don't disagree.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't think anybody would disagree.
Because it doesn't make sense for human clothes because humans move so much. These things don't move. They're not fucking real. So doing the adhesive would like effectively solve the problem really easily, because it's not a human being wearing the shit and playing fucking soccer or whatever the fuck they're gonna do in their clothing. You know, it's a piece of plastic that's just gonna sit there on your shelf.
I just think that they're just worried about like the adhesive coming loose in the shipping process when it's like 150 degrees in that container.
Yeah,
but
that's
like
what it is.
But I mean, there's fabric adhesive that bonds the fabric. It's not just like adhesive, like that's like that's holding it together. Like it bonds the fibers. I don't know. I just think like my biggest gripe with soft goods is like how fat the stitching is. Like if I were to wear something like this, like the stitching would be made out of like yarn or something. That's how crazy it would look. So like that kind of stuff like really takes me out. Unfortunately, like there used to be a time when like, now I think we've gotten to a good place with like the kind of fabric they use and like the thread count and the fabric, not necessarily the thread count, but just like how well like the quality of the fabric they're using at this scale is nice. But there was a time where like, dude, you could look at like the fabric they used and you could manually count out the threads in it because it was just like so low quality. But now like everything is
that you don't see as much anymore.
Yeah,
like I think they figured that part out. So give them another year. Give them another year or two.
Like give them 10. Give them 10.
Maybe they'll hire more kids at the factory with smaller fingers.
It
so
could
that they
be.
can do like
Ebony Leopard said Poncho needs McFarlane's tiniest woman to do the sewing.
Oh, there you go. It's all about the tinier hand, the better the stitching.
I just see the pictures. I think some of these were some of the ones that they brought up. I just think the photos of comparison.
So here's a question that I always wonder, and I don't say it out loud a lot because I don't want to jinx myself, but what kind of wires are they using in wired capes so that they don't break over time with all the different posing and reposing and everything? Do we know this? Has that ever happened to anybody? Has anybody ever had their wire like break from constant posing and reposing in their wired soft goods?
I've never seen it, but I'd imagine they're using steel wire instead of aluminum. Like a lot of the wire that breaks all the time is aluminum wire.
Okay.
And like
I was just curious.
The thinner gauge is these little fellas. All right, okay, hold on. I'll bring these photos up. Just give me a second. Hold on.
While we're talking about the animes, did you ever circle back and watch Dan Da Dan?
No, I did not.
No, he didn't.
You bastard.
He absolutely didn't.
Sorry.
It's okay. I don't know. I think that once it got past some of the parts you didn't like, I think that you would have actually enjoyed it.
I mean, I know I would. I mean, like I've never said that the whole anime is cursed because of that. I just I don't know. That's not my speed.
Not your jam. Did you finish season 2 yet, Ricolas?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm fully caught up on the manga as well.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you're crushing it. It got a little, I don't know, it got a little weird there for me in parts of the second season, and I felt like it didn't have the strongest ending, but I'm still in. I still
you know, it's because it was an awkward stopping point. I felt like it should have just kept going, but it's not. Like honestly, that's the problem to me, and it sucks because we're not going to get the next season for a long time.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we're not getting the next season until probably like early 2027.
Oh shit! Ace is in the Akatsuki.
With that jacket.
Yeah, these are the dudes that I said white, but it was a big ass chunky blue cape. Yeah. Not him, the other dude you showed.
Yeah, okay.
That looks like,
this guy right here.
That looks like the one more.
No, he's talking about Truffle Galar.
This guy.
Oh boy, there you go.
This cape, y'all clown the shit out of this.
Disgusting, and it's been reviewed. It's terrible. Stalker. It sucks.
That y'all went in on this for like 30 minutes. Like it was that conversation ran the full gamut, and I was like, God damn, this dude pissed them off. It does look crazy though. Like this looks ridiculous.
Well, the worst part is that it's terrible, like in practice, you know, not just visual, but like it's terrible for the figure. Like it sucks. That's the biggest thing. Like I'll take the stitching if it means that the figure's going to end up being a better product. Like I'm not going to care that like it's not visually the most incredible thing. if it's gonna aid into the figure itself being better. Like if you gave me that brand new Guts that came out with a cape like this, I'd be fucking livid.
Yeah, this looks crazy. This looks like some old school Diamond Select.
Yeah, if I got that new Guts with a cape like this, I'd be fucking livid. I'd be pissed. I'd be so mad. But hey, I do wonder. Like, I wish we could talk to somebody that's in charge of this team or whatever. Like, what is the reason for some of these choices? Like, if anything, I would think that like the other one would be much easier to make, like the blue cape or whatever. Like, how come that one didn't get it? You know, it's very strange decisions there. Like, I don't know.
That looks like Ganon.
Yeah, Calamity Ganon. Yeah, sure does.
This figure is cheeks, by the way.
That's rough.
Yeah,
is this a One Piece?
Yeah, this guy's humongous too.
Okay.
Kaido, he's ridiculous.
Yeah, this is an anime that I just cannot get into. I've tried and tried and tried, and I just can't. It doesn't jibble my giblets.
You know what? I've always wanted to watch it, and I got to like 100 and something, but it's just too much. So I'm waiting for that like anime that's starting up next year. It's gonna be One Piece done without any of the filler, so it's gonna be much more condensed. Thank God.
Oh yeah.
So that will be how I partake. I got to
One Piece Kai.
Yes, essentially yes, and I got to like 100 and something, and I just couldn't do it. I was like, dude, there's no way I'm gonna watch fucking hundreds more of this. There's just no way. It's not feasible for me, and I got a lot of time. I was like, dude, I can't watch this shit. It's crazy.
All right, so this is Ace in the soft goods cape, eh?
Yeah, with a little scarfy and whatnot. And
I don't mind this.
You like that?
This is fine because the stitching is hidden. Brad does bring up a great point. He says Ace was part of a design competition within Bandai, which is to why he has some extra effort put into him. Yeah, imagine that putting effort into your soft goods. I can't. It's crazy.
Imagine
that's very true.
I will say another big gripe I have with soft goods on figures this small is like particularly this part of like just pattern making. Like the shoulder is so wide, and it has to be wide to allow for the full range of articulation. But like it just looks dumb to me. Like it's like I'm wearing. It's not even a tall tee situation, because at least tall tees are like they're fitted to like your arms and stuff. But like if this was in scale, like I'm trying to get in frame, but like this would be like down here. Like it's just humongous.
It shortens the length of the arms.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah,
like whenever
wonky.
His shoulder, like this stitching on my shirt is like down to here on him. Like it just looks like it looks like a toddler wearing their dad's clothes. It's unbelievable.
It's two aces in there.
I don't.
Two aces on each shoulder.
Yeah, it's a Little Rascals situation.
Oh shit! I mean, I get it. I get that there are compromises that have to be made, but I'll forgive that if the stitching is tight and the fabrics are good. I'll forget the oversizedness, because I like having the ability to put on and take off the soft goods without running the risk of tearing them. I still feel like that's something that Mafex hasn't. Not Mafex. That come on, brain. Say words. What's the company that Fobs is loyal to?
Oh,
used to be Mezco.
Yeah, there we go. The other M company. I feel like that's something that Mezco still struggles with, of the sizing of their soft good shit, because sometimes you'll stretch stuff out putting it on and off, because they do make it more form fitting.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I think Mezco is probably one of the companies that does mass distribution that has really figured out like just the tailoring and like how to make it look good. And like the solution for that is just a more like breathable and stretchier fabric. But I can understand how like fabric of that nature does not give off the same look and feel that they want on some of their stuff. So
sometimes that shit do be looking like pajamas.
Dude, their Deadpool is a guy in pajamas.
Yeah. Definitely bananas and pajamas vibes sometimes. But you know, what can you do?
Yeah, what can you do? Anyway, we talked about this for way too long.
Yeah.
All right, let's try and blitz through this stuff.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I can't imagine. Oh, this is going to be available at New York Comic Con.
And the Tamashii Nation store as well.
And the Tamashii Nation store. Unbelievable. I thought for sure that they were just going to just put out like a best of version of this, but no, they just straight up said, bring it over.
Yeah. How about we give it to you? How about we just give it to you?
That's crazy.
How much does this cost? $59.99.
Well, no. So like, there is no price. They have gone out of their way to not say a price yet. MSRP in Japan was $70.
All right, that ain't bad.
But I don't know, dude. I kind of have a feeling that this is going to be $110 or $100.
Good God.
Yeah, I think they're going to play a game of like, this is $108.99. Like, oh, it's a 110. Cool.
Yeah, because I think I've noticed the trend over the last couple of years with their event exclusives. They really want to hit that $100 price point for any of their exclusives. Like, sometimes there are exclusives out there that are sub 100 for SHF, but like, it's almost like it has to be $100. Otherwise, they're just not even going to entertain the fact that it's going to be an event exclusive. And while this isn't necessarily an event exclusive, I think that they are trying to just regulate that kind of price point within their brand, which stinks. But what do you? But you know,
how come they didn't put no Dragon Balls on the base?
So this is from a manga cover. I don't have them, but this is the recreation of the manga cover right here. So there are no Dragon Balls on it. So
so it wouldn't make no sense then. I got you. That's a pretty famous cover, right? I recognize that when you showed it.
The first one.
It's the one, right?
Yeah, the first.
That's like y'all's. That's y'all's Spider-Man. That's y'all's Superman holding up the car.
That's true. Yeah.
Exactly.
It doesn't. I feel like it's not super recognizable in the West because like they don't read they don't watch Dragon Ball. I can't imagine they read Dragon Ball, but like also like he's not like Spider-Man and Superman, they're in their suits. Like this is not the gi that he wears for the majority of Dragon Ball. So that has some stuff working against it. But yeah, this is super iconic for sure.
Here's a fun question. Given the conversation we just had a second ago about the rights and the manga and all the other shit and can't move forward with Super, would this be a great time to do a Dragon Ball remastered?
Yeah, I think now is the time to do it. That would be
fucking awesome.
That would be fire, right? Like reintroduce the series from the beginning and just update all the animation using the new technologies that we have now and just present that story to a new audience, similarly to what you said they're getting ready to do with One Piece. They just redid it with Brotherhood for
Full Metal.
Who is it? Full Metal Alchemist. So imagine a Dragon Ball remastered.
Yeah, that is a I would say that's a Herculean task, but they're doing it with One Piece, so
yeah. Okay. Yeah,
and they're not doing anything else. So
they're not doing anything else, and so I have not watched all of Dragon Ball. I don't even know if I could tell you all of the key high notes from Dragon Ball.
Yeah, Rama
I've just never taken the time to go back and watch it, but I would rewatch if they did a Dragon Ball remastered.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would.
Ranma and Urusei Yatsura. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think now is the time to do it. It's tough to say. I think that they're waiting for like a definitive like. You cannot do this with the manga. I think that's what they're waiting for because they're just like at a standstill. Because like, you know, that is a huge task for production to reanimate. And how far do they go? Do they do like they probably do till end of Z? I would imagine.
Not Dragon Ball.
You don't think Z?
I would just redo Dragon Ball.
I think people will be pissed off if they don't do Dragon Ball Z.
I think enough people have seen Dragon Ball Z thanks to Toonami and thanks to them doing Dragon Ball Z Kai that there's no need to redo Dragon Ball Z. But redoing Dragon Ball, I think that would be the sweet spot.
I think redoing Dragon Ball would really only to take into your pinpoint, like your bullet points, like enough people have seen Dragon Ball Z, they don't have to redo it. Like reanimating Dragon Ball in the best possible way solely to introduce it to new audiences is a great idea. Like I think that's great too, but like I just feel like you have to do Dragon Ball Z too, because like if you're talking about just updating it, like yeah, Dragon Ball was made in like the 80s and stuff, but like the highlights of Dragon Ball are just as good in animation quality as the highlights of Dragon Ball Z, because Dragon Ball Z has some fucking stinkers when it comes to production quality. Like, dude, it is so bad. Like when all those memes are coming out with how bad Super looked, I was like, have you guys watched the show? Like,
that was a different generation of anime fans commenting about that, because I was just like, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
Yeah,
y'all don't know bad animation. I remember some of those earlier episodes after like maybe the first or second episode where Goku turned Super Saiyan, and then they realized they used all the budget on those 2 episodes. My guy was looking butchered.
It's crazy. Yeah, like a lot of those studios were just, obviously it's like, you know, time crunch is crazy in Japan.
Yeah.
So like the scheduling we saw it firsthand was Super. Like the scheduling with Super was abysmal. And that's why Daima is so good, is because they really went out of their way to meticulously like curate and like nurture good scheduling for Daima. And that's why I can't think of a single bad looking Daima episode. There are episodes that look worse than others, but none of them look bad. But like Dragon Ball Z, like that might be the peak of like bad scheduling on some of those.
And that was during the peak of like not just when the scheduling was shit, but they also weren't paying people. We found out about like the conditions of how the animators were being treated and shit, like basically sweatshops for drawing, right? Like didn't all that come out around that same time?
Yeah, and you know, honestly, I the biggest thing that I have for, I just want them to do something, is the fact that Masako is very old, man.
Yeah, that's
and not having anything is making me really scared for the time that we have left with her to do anything significant. It's honestly, that's my biggest thing. It's we're on the clock, and the clock doesn't stop for anyone. And it sucks.
Are any of these anime people selling away has that become a thing yet in the anime industry where people are selling away their voice rights, kind of similar to Bruce Willis and James Earl Jones have done?
No, not yet.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's like a Western thing. Because like they'll just cast the sound-alike, honestly, to carry on the legacy.
Okay.
Which I prefer. Like I don't want an AI Goku. That's fucking awful.
I could also see that being like a cultural thing of like selling away your voice, maybe tied to like your soul type shit. So I could see that it is totally a Western capitalist driven thing.
Yeah. And these guys will work till the end, man. Like famously, King Kai was doing Super episodes. He was 90 fucking years old. Like, and like, I remember my friend messaged me and he was all like, when Super first came out, he was like, this King Kai's got to go. Like, he's like, what are they doing? Like, he sounds like he's not in it. And I was like, guy's 99. Like, I agree that like, you know, the performance isn't great by any stretch of the imagination, but like, you know, they like the culture there is like, hey, I'm voicing this guy and that's it till I die. I'm voicing this guy. Unless like I get pinned with like a felony or something. And even then, as long as it's not that bad, like I'm still voicing this guy.
And this sucks because we've never been in a situation like this, I don't think. Where, because, you know, anime's popularity is just, you know, or its existence even has not been long enough for us to face this problem where the main character of an anime is getting so old and it's still running and they can't do it. And when they pass, what's going to happen? This show is so iconic and like it means so much to so many people. Like, would they continue? is like the big, or maybe capitalism would finally win over Japan, but like I don't know, it's hard to call.
I think for sure they would continue. Like the example I'm about to give is not as weighty, although it should be. Like when Bulma's voice actor passed, like they did give it like a year or something, and they recasted her. And Bulma is arguably just as important as Goku in the Dragon Ball story, and in terms of like main characters, you could argue like in early Dragon Ball she might be as important as Goku. But but Goku obviously is the main character of the show, and like I don't know. I feel like they would recast Masako, but like I don't know how fast they would do it.
Yeah,
I don't. Maybe there would be like a.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
If it does come to fruition, y'all just send me a couple of figures in the mail, and we'll call it even. Talking to the band team, not y'all. Hey, brother. What else we got?
I don't know. I haven't
anything that sticks out to you that you really want to talk about.
Okay, yeah. I'll talk about some. This will be at New York Comic Con too. This is a Gogeta. It is a event exclusive. Some new sculpt on this. We talked about it a little bit, but this will be at New York Comic Con. Super great.
So we've already gotten a Gogeta before, correct?
That is the craziest way I've ever heard somebody say his name. But
do you have to say the G? It has to be Gogeta.
Yeah, because it's Vegeta. It's the second part of
what
his
did
name.
I say? Gogeta?
Gogeta. Yeah.
It's kind of like how they say Gojira. You
I
got.
I thought you were gonna hit us with Go Getter.
Go Getter.
Who's this Go Getter right here?
Actually, from now on, that's how I'm saying that shit. That's kind of fire. Put that man in a shiesty.
Unreal.
Let's go get him. I like that. So we have gotten Gogeta before, correct?
So we've gotten the Broly version of Gogeta, so the Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. But we've never gotten an official Super Saiyan Gogeta from like Fusion Reborn, the 12th movie. Yeah. So this looks nice. I think this looks great. Like they're kind of in a weird spot because third parties have just run buck wild with Gogeta in the last couple of months. So you have like unofficial Gogetas that are on like quote unquote third party bucks, but like the same bucks that like Superhero Gohan was on and stuff. So a lot of people are a little upset that this is necessarily just a 2.0 figure. But I think this guy looks great. I think this guy looks phenomenal. Like I
like the glossy shoulder patterns.
Dude, I'm into the gloss. I never thought that I would like it, but like it makes sense that this would look like a puff jacket sort of material.
Because that's what Gogeta would wear.
That's
have
true.
They ever done Jininba?
No, they have not done Janemba. And once they do Janemba, I could fucking croak the next day. What did you say?
Janemba?
Yeah, Janemba.
Yeah.
So it's not Janemba?
No, it's Janemba. Yeah, it's Janemba.
Yeah, you're thinking Royal Tenenbaums there. Royal Janemba.
Put a little twang on it. All right, but they have never done Janemba.
No. And like I was saying, like Janemba is like my favorite villain design. So like
me too. Yeah, brother.
Dude. That when they release him, I could get hit by a truck on the way to work the next day, and I'll die with a smile on my face. I don't give a shit.
Do you want that version too? Given that they're doing figures like what's the old Kai and shit like that, where they're just big fat portly people sitting on chairs.
I'd love it.
Oh yeah.
I'd love big fat Kai. I'd love big fat Janemba, and I'd love like that demon that gets infected by all the evil spirits. That is the dream for me. I want all three of them.
I'd tell you to keep dreaming, but they fucking released a Kui, so who knows?
Yeah, the Kui is crazy. I understand that Kui is like very important to Vegeta's like character arc and stuff, but like that's a wild pull.
Yeah,
that was crazy pull.
I'll never forget
Pycon, huh?
Who? Pycon? No.
Yeah, no Pycon.
That would be great.
That's always been one of my, I don't know why, that was one of my all-time favorite characters from Dragon Ball Z. And I always feel like we were robbed, even though they weren't from the same race. I always felt like we got robbed not getting a Pycon Piccolo fusion to this day.
So because they're both green, they gotta be okay.
I mean, brothers got
that's all we got.
Z fighters got to stick together. So I always
to
wanted those two to
Jordan
connect.
Peele. That's all we got. That's all
we got.
That's all we got. I always wanted, but PyCon was always hella cool to me. And really, now I'm about to make myself even sadder. PyCon isn't even canon, huh?
No, he's not.
No.
It's rough. But, you know, with Fusion Reborn stuff coming out, you never know because he's in Fusion Reborn. So,
one can only hope and dream and wait.
You never know. I think eventually we'll get PyCon. Like it's inevitable with like
we have to.
The trajectory of the line. Like we'll get everybody. I think we're fine. We'll get PyCon before we get Fat Janemba, I'm sure.
Have they made Goku with the angel wings?
No, I think that's behind like a glass case that reads "breaking case of emergency." I think.
Yeah, they showed it once. They showed it once at a show.
Yeah, in 2012.
Yeah, 2012, and it never again saw the light of day. And it was like Poncho said, it's like somebody thought, hey, man, we got to save this for when things go bad.
Like, but what do you think? Because that thing you just showed of the cover of the manga is for 40 years. Do you wait until the 50-year anniversary? Or why the fuck didn't they release an Angel Wings Goku in honor of the passing of Toriyama?
I don't know. I think that's a little too on the nose to me. I'm
saying, what a better way to honor the father of Dragon Ball. Maybe they'll just wait till the 50-year anniversary. Maybe that'll be the thing, and then they can do it as like a Toriyama tribute, 50 years. Just do it all in one, and then charge $300 for it. Look at your face. You're hating me from the future.
I just think that kind of stuff. So for me personally, I think that kind of stuff is like too on the nose, and it kind of like tiptoes into being corny. For me, just for me, like I don't. So a great example is like when people pass and stuff, and people. This is no knock to anybody in particular or people that do shoot this. This is just my personal opinion. But like when people post pictures of their figures crying and shit, like I don't know. That's too much. For me, like I understand and I resonate with the feelings that these people have and like their sorrow and stuff, but like I could not do that. That's just me.
But I mean, it's a figure that I would think would be like a centerpiece in a lot of people's collections.
Oh yeah.
So even if you remove the Toriyama side from it,
for sure.
Him, like, I don't know why, but that image of Goku doing like the goodbye, like hand signal thing and like being turned to the side with the wings, that's like an iconic image of Dragon Ball in my head for whatever reason.
I think that the best time to release that is when they circle back. They're doing it now. Like they're at the beginning of like Android and stuff. They'll eventually circle back to where they do Cell, and then like to cap off the Cell arc. I think that would be a great figure to release. I think so, because that happens at the end of Cell.
Yeah.
So
where he should have stayed dead.
Never know.
Well, we do know. He did get that multiple times. We do know. But yeah, I think that he should have stayed dead. And if they wanted to bring him back, again, hindsight is 2020 on this one. But it would have been cool had they brought Goku back later on in like when Gohan was established and was like down and out and he needed one last save. And then guess who's back, baby? Daddy from the grave.
Daddy got wings.
Yeah, Daddy got I digress. Can we, I don't know if you have more figure stuff to cover, but can we, Boog had brought it up earlier, and this may be a good way to drive this home if you guys are trying to wrap, but can we talk about things that people are watching? Is anyone watching or tuning in to anything groovy?
There is maybe like one or two things I want to talk about real quick.
Oh, well,
yeah. Actually, but while you try to get those up, do you mind if I read all the super chats we've gotten?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Beautiful. We got one from Cat McKay Random. What up, Mike? Says, good evening, gentlemen. Looking forward to seeing the OcTOYber output from everyone involved. Man, from a creative genius like you, Mike, I know that holds a lot of weight. You looking forward to this? Thank you so much, Mike, for the super chat. What a guy! What a great guy that Cat McKay Random is. Go check out Cat McKay Random. Incredible stop motion work. Peep him out. He's the best A.C.B.A. man. His whole life, a for-lifer, if you will. And So thank you so much, Mike.
I got that reference. Good job. Good job.
And then we got a super chat from one Bradley Harper, sharper than Harper, saying, looking forward to seeing everyone's OcTOYber photos. Have a good weekend, fellas. Wow, Brad. Wow. I hope you have a good weekend, Brad. And I'm sure I'll talk to you on VC at some point today, tomorrow. Who knows? Shout out to Brad. Much love to Brad. Always grinding out here. Congrats to you, Brad. Oh, wait, we just got another one too. Okay, and we got a super chat from the first place winner of last year, Ori himself, baby.
And look what he said too, laying down the gauntlet.
Cooking in the lab. The vials are out. The concoctions are being concocted. This man is doing it.
Let's go. He said back to formula, baby.
Yeah,
that's what it takes.
Back to formula.
That's what it takes. You know what? I'm gonna reveal a cheat code for anybody who doesn't know. One of the illest things that I heard people say, somebody who's been doing this for years is going to be like, duh, that makes so much sense. And that's kind of like self-explanatory. But one of the cheats for OcTOYber is you have to stay ahead of the game. And the minute that the themes were dropped, if you're trying to make it all 31 days, you should already at least have your ideas sketched out with a plan to start Monday shooting all your shots so that you're always at least 2 or 3 days ahead in the competition.
That's what I've done in recent years too.
Say that again, Pete.
So that's what I've done in recent years. I've started shooting a day ahead because I realized that while I was shooting on the day of, like, which I like to do. I like keeping that theme of, like, of course, the whole event is heavily inspired by OcTOYber, which is like in the artist community, and those guys do it the day of. But I understand that like OcTOYber is supposed to be like a quick sketch or something, and I understand that takes significantly less time than setting up a proper, like, you know, like huge, like big display and stuff like that, which could sometimes take forever. But like I like to like do it. I used to do it on day of, but doing it day of, I would be posting at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I just miss the whole communal aspect of like posting at the same time as everybody and seeing everybody else's interpretation and stuff like that. So I've started doing it a day ahead. And like that has that has improved my quality of life with this significantly.
Yeah, it just takes planning and a lot of things. The big thing that I've heard a lot of people talk about is like the different setups, because to your point, there is a big difference between doing a sketch and pulling out all your fucking props and your diodes and your backdrops and your lighting. And so trying to do all of that every day, while also going through the like hiccups and things that come up during the course of your day. Like, heaven forbid, I'm trying to do my shot that's due that day, and my kid comes in and is like, hey, Dad, don't forget I have a soccer game today. Or, hey, Dad, don't forget you're supposed to be picking me up to take me to the dentist after school today. And then it throws your whole day awry. So I'm just saying, unlike other tournaments, the themes for all of these are shared in advance. Plan accordingly. Get your props and all your stuff together, and it's really great to see those people that do push to try to get through all 31 days. But if this is your first time competing, or not even competing, participating in OcTOYber, pick a theme that you like, that you love, plan for it, knock it out, and look forward to seeing what you guys post this year.
Hell yeah. There was one more, Rick.
Shelf presents.
Yeah. You already know, from the one, the only Shelf Presents. Shout out to Shelf Presents. I mean, you're here commenting, though. I mean, I said this last week, but I hope the surgery went well, Shelf Presents. Shout out to Shelf Presents for always being active in the chat. What a freaking guy this Shelf Presents is. Says, hey, gents, happy Saturday. OcTOYber in full effect. Hell yeah, Shelf Presents.
Wonderful. I like saying the name. Have you done the steps to copyright the name OcTOYber?
I have not.
There's value there.
There could be. Who knows? Maybe. We'll see.
It's a solid name, baby.
It'd be great.
You wanna go ahead and jump on that before Hasbro takes it and tries to say that that's when Legends go on sale back to $24.99.
Yeah, imagine.
During OcTOYber, all Legends are back to $24.99. And look, you're welcome.
Yes. Yeah. We'll create the problem, we'll solve it, and you'll thank us for it.
You'll thank us wholeheartedly.
Before all that, Bo Biggs hit us with a $10 donation as well. Thank you so much, Bo Biggs. Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah. The silence behind the violence himself. Bo Biggs, baby. With, I'm sure, no message because it's not needed. He's a giving and supporting individual. Shout out to Bo Biggs.
That's it. Shout out to Fobster too in the chat, baby.
Oh, there he is. Bobby the O.
The A.C.B.A. rock star himself.
Let's go. Merry OcTOYber to all who participate. Incredible. Oh man. All right, some quick hits before we move on to what we've been watching. Third party Dragon Ball has been all over the place, crazy. Demoniacal Fit announced basically they're just not redoing, but another chance to get a base Goku. But just with one faceplate, but this is like their Super Saiyan release. Super great because it's a base Goku with a halo. Super nice. It's gonna be very nice, very nice. A great buck. But if you have, any number of the Demoniacal Fits released on this buck, it could be a pass for some, but I never got the martial artist, so I'm into this. Let's go. Another big one right here is this Jace, a third-party Jace, which is basically this is a bootleg, 100%.
Hold on, go back.
Go back?
Yeah,
right,
they got Jace hella melanated. That Jace is chocolatey, bro.
Very chocolatey.
Jace looks like he's about to say ejecto-ceto.
No.
Against the Tyrese Fast and Furious. Hey, he looks extra black, man. What's going on?
The tones are a little darker, I'm not gonna lie. But it's the opposite of what Bandai does with or what anybody does with all their black characters. They hit him with the light skin filter. It's crazy.
This is true.
They said
they got my boy out there looking glossy.
Time for a change. Hide your baby.
That power stance though. That walk is mean.
Yeah, that is a mean walk. That's crazy.
Has Bandai done all of the Ginyus?
Oh, absolutely. The Ginyus are arguably one of the most sought after sets in the entire line.
Nice.
The aftermarket prices on these guys are insane. Like upwards to $200, maybe even more for some of them. Ginyu, main Ginyu is very cheap, but everybody else very, very expensive.
Nice.
So good news for people that either missed out because of course once these figures are gone, they're gone. So people that are just coming into the line, they never had a chance to grab the Ginyu Force. So this will be a good opportunity for them for sure. And hopefully this is a sign that they'll just do everybody and you'll have a nice way to get the entire Ginyu Force. And then while we're on the subject, dude, prepare 1 year at Comic-Con to drop $500 on an entire Ginyu Force set. It's gonna happen. They're gonna release every single one all at the same time. There's no doubt about it.
Have they done a gift set or I've never seen a Bandai bundle before. Is that a thing?
They've done a 2-pack. They've done the Goku and Gohan.
And the biggest one, the 5-pack of the Power Rangers.
That's true. So yeah, with Power Rangers and other brands for sure. They've done big ones. That Power Ranger thing did sit on shelves forever. I got it on clearance on BBTS. It's still sitting up there.
Yeah. It would be amazing if they went all out and packaged them in one of those iconic Ginyu Force poses.
That'd be great.
In the packaging, that would be phenomenal.
That'd be
Speaking of, do you open all of your Dragon Ball Z figures in display, or do you keep them all in package?
That's how dare you ask that question? Of course I open them.
Do you have your Ginyu Force set up in a dope pose in your display?
Not anymore. I used to, but after I moved, I didn't. They're just all back there on my detail. You know how it is moving.
Brad says Birder is 400 plus.
There it is.
God,
yeah,
absolutely disgusting.
So it is. I think I think it's we're in prime territory for Tamashii to just drop maybe not a 5-pack, but if 1 year like all 3 of their exclusives or all 4 of their Dragon Ball exclusives are just reissues of the entire Ginyu Force, because Guldo came with Birder. Guldo came with Birder. And he was just a statue. And I think if they re-engineer Guldo to be articulated, and that would be just the extra edge that they need to convince people to like rebuy these guys. Like that'll be their entire EE lineup for 1 year. Like, I'm putting money on it.
this Jace being this dark skin is really like got me on one right now. Like he should come with like an alt head with like a do-rag on.
Oh my god.
Ebony Leopard said that's not Jace, that's Jace son.
Incredible. I want to give a big shout out to my best friend, because long before either of us had children, I was like, we were talking about having kids, we're talking about names, and he's like, what would you name your kid? And I was like, I'm thinking Jace, dude. Jace, great name, strong, wonderful name. Just off enough to not immediately be tied to Dragon Ball, and not on the nose as like people naming their kids like Gohan and Goten and stuff. But like,
you could have went full left field and just straight up named your son Raccoon.
I could have, but like, I was like Jace. It's gonna like I'm thinking Jace. Fast forward, my best friend has his kid. I want to welcome to the world baby Jace. What the fuck, dude?
What? Seven.
A big 7 situation.
Oh my god!
Pilfered.
What a
Straight
life
up
you
stole
live,
from you.
man.
So wait, who's older? Like his
kid is older. His kid's older.
Oh shit!
So that's why we didn't name our kid Jace.
So he straight undercut you.
Oh yeah, and I confronted him, and he was like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Shit, you know exactly what I'm talking about."
Every year when you buy his kid a birthday gift, you should write any other name on it except Jace.
That's crazy. Insane.
Here you go, Carl. Happy birthday. He's
insane.
Like, why does Uncle P always call me something else?
It's funny because like when we were hanging out, my best friend was talking about my son. He was like, "Yeah, it's King Kai," and I was like, "Oh shit, I've never made that connection."
Oh shit, definitely King Kai.
So that's way better. I don't know if it's way better than Jace, but it's just as good.
King Kai is pretty good.
King Kai is pretty good. I will say that
it's like a great. Does Kai have a nickname yet?
It's for me. It's Kai Guy. It was Bean is like his nickname. I call him Kai Guy. I don't know what Becca calls him. Probably just baby.
I just want to throw it out there though. In terms of nicknames, King Kai is pretty fucking.
King Kai is nice. I will say that like when naming my son, like I was so. I know I shouldn't have cared or given a shit, but like I was just so. I wanted to avoid the situation of somebody just going like, "Oh, that's from Dragon Ball, right? You named your kid after something Dragon Ball because you love Dragon Ball so much, right?" And I just wanted to avoid that so much, like to the point where like we wanted to like do Indian names too, and we were thinking of Rohan for an Indian name, which I think is unbelievable. I love that name so much. And then I was talking about it with people, like some people in their family, and they're like, "Oh, because of Gohan," and I was like, "All right, you killed it."
No, you know what? You'd have been in a different anime circle. They'd have been like, "Oh, from JoJo's."
Oh shit, they got
Rohan.
you.
Rohan is a big character in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Hell yeah.
Brad Harper. Yes, my son Zarbon.
Rohan is actually a pretty standard like Indian name though,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
That's a pretty
Very
common
standard,
Indian
absolutely.
name. It's a
love
great
Rohan.
name, by the way. Kai. What is Kai's middle name? Are you putting that much of your son's information out there on the internet?
Yeah, I mean, I guess why not? Who's gonna watch the 278th episode of the A.C.B.A podcast? His middle name is his mom's maiden name. And you guys,
yeah.
Well, maybe I shouldn't say that because.
Yep, you're good.
But you guys know.
Yeah,
you guys know what Becca's maiden name is. And
I'm surprised you didn't take it.
It's such a sick name. I was like, dude, there's no way that, and like that's a family tradition on my mom's side of the family to give the firstborn son the maiden name of their mother, as their middle name. So that's why my middle name is that.
That's a tradition in my family too. Maybe
Hell
my mom
yeah,
took it
let's
from the
go.
Philippines, huh?
Let's go, dude.
Another thing she stole from the Philippines. Huh? Believe it's her recipes, her ex-husband, my sister, and now my middle name. Jesus Christ.
Oh shit.
She's on a generational run, that mother of mine.
But I know I said on the podcast that like I really wanted to name him Demetrio after like my grandfather, and like it's a family tradition on my mom's side of the family to name your firstborn sons Demetrio. So there's like Kai would have been the fourth Demetrio, and but his first name is Kai Demetrio because I have like a dash in my first name too. So like,
do you?
Yeah, my first name is Poncho Omar. So like my dad calls me Omar.
Hell yeah.
I never. Damn. Do you give Omar energy?
Do I?
That's like no. I'm asking. That's like a gangster name.
Omar. That's crazy.
That's the wire right there. Here come Omar.
Yeah, like okay.
Here come Omar.
Look, it's funny. You go back to P's old hood, and you just see people walking down the street, be like, "What up, O?" And you be like,
"Hey, is that Big O?"
Yeah,
Big
O in this motherfucker. And he'd be like, "Hold it down, cuz. Hold it down."
Incredible.
Voice change and everything. That's hilarious. Demetrio is also a hard ass, gangsta ass.
I love
name.
Demetrio, dude.
Yeah, that's a really great name, Demetrio.
So
yeah, it's funny. One day I found a Filipino guy named Demetrio on my feed. I was like, "Hey, Poncho, look," and he's like, "Dude, I think that's my cousin."
Incredible, incredible. Yeah, Demetrio is a very like old traditional Filipino name. Same with Poncho, like very like old. Like you just see like if you know somebody named Demetrio, they're either like less than 10 years old or they're 110 years old. So but so like it's a family tradition to like name our kids like Demetrio. And people don't call them Demetrio, they just call them the number that they were named. So like my cousin, everybody calls him like third. So like now my family calls Kai fourth, which is pretty cool.
Kai is getting cooler by the minute.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Cool kid. Kid.
And you know what? Speaking of cool kids, we got a super chat waiting for us.
Let's
in the
go,
win
baby.
From number 2, baby, OcTOYber of last year, Vin's Figs himself, Vinny boy, says, "Good luck to those participating this year. Can't wait to see what everyone cooks up. Love to y'all A.C.B.A. boys." Wow, Vince, you love me? Really? It's amazing. I can't believe it.
I really love that these former OcTOYber champions are in the chat hyping it up. Really looking forward to what you guys put up for this year's OcTOYber. Again, really big community event. This event is one of the ones that has made it back consistently for the years. So looking to see what you're going to be cooking up this year, Vinny.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Vinny, man. Thank you to everybody who's given super chats tonight. Thank you, Vincent. Everybody, wonderful. Brad, Shelf Presence, Bo Biggs, Ori, everybody. Jerry,
hello.
Pat McKay Random. Jerry,
Omar Joshi, ladies and gentlemen. Omar Joshi. That sounds like a straight thug.
Yeah, like, Ebony Leopard said, "That's a brother, man. I knew."
Yeah, like I don't think you understand. Like, so then I was out minding my own business. Then all of a sudden, the homeboy Omar Joshi just came and stole on me. And he'd be like, "No, Omar Joshi? Yeah, Omar Joshi."
Man,
straight.
He got you too?
He got you too.
Incredible.
Oh shit, that's hard. Straight up street name is my most legal name. Omar Joshi.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Anything else in the realm of toys?
Yeah, these are super quick hits. This studio showed off like a 3.0 Goten. Goten was already too yoked for me, for my liking, for being like a fucking child, but this is crazy. Hey,
I love the dab pose they put him in.
I know, it's
hella modern.
Yeah, like
look at his dab.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's hella swole,
look at the steez on this guy. Oh my god.
Yeah, those arms is crazy.
This man is trying to muscle up. He's with those arms crossed like that. He looks like saying, "So this your little friend?"
But you know the one thing they're missing? I'm curious to know how he sizes up to another figure. Do they have a size comparison shot?
They don't, but and of course they're using some funky looking flight stand here. You can't even tell. This guy's probably huge.
That's what I'm scared of. Like the muscles are going to translate to him just being a really big figure.
Yeah, he's a teenager now. Demoniacal Fit showed off their full spread for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Unfortunately, this is all rendered, so we don't really know. Of course, Demoniacal Fit has a crazy track record of just showing off renders and never doing anything. It kind of, to me, it seems like their render artists just wanted to flex a new way of rendering because like these renders look really good. Like the art direction for the renders is great, and they're just kind of like, hey man, you can't let these go to waste. But the spread here looks really nice. I really love the confetti Kamehameha right here. Unreal. I love it.
Where would you say that they are now in terms of like releases that they've had? Because as someone from the outside looking in, Demoniacal Fit they were one of the first like third-party companies to make third-party DBZ.
They were the first, the absolute first. They're pioneers.
Yeah, that's why the name stands out to me, because I remember us having a conversation a while ago that I was really excited to see third-party companies entering into the realm of making actual figures. And we've come a long way since then. But how have they done in the years since, with me not like keeping up with their releases?
They do well. They've shifted more so into like taking formulas that have been proven successful from Tamashii Nations and then just copying that and then adding their own little twist to it. Their bread and butter really lies on releasing figures for their market that are like event exclusives or like Tamashii web exclusives. Like they'll just redo like event exclusives, like but at a like that are just more widely distributed. A lot of people don't like that. I think there's definitely a space in the market for companies like that, but for every great figure they release, there's like renders that are like rotting like a Saiyan arc accurate Goku and Vegeta, like proportion wise. Like Future Gohan is probably their most famous render that they never made or anything like that.
That sucks. So let me ask, is there a third party company, whether it be that they do Dragon Ball, whatever property they do, but has their bread and butter been doing what we talked about earlier? And that's making characters to support lines that they know have not been done or may not be done in a property, like Janemba or like PyCon. Like, is there a third-party company that's taking that route? Because it's interesting to me to see them do Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Because that to me is a character that Bandai will eventually do. Look at there. Like, is that winged Goku? Who made that?
These are accessories by YT Studios.
Okay. So let's go back to my question. Is there a third-party company that's their bread and butter, that they're making characters that nobody else will do?
I will say the closest is probably Kong Studios, Beast Deity. Like they change their name all the time. But they're the ones
that did that big ass Broly, but he was a werewolf or some shit.
Yeah. So this is ZL Studios, but like, yeah, they did like they'll do like stuff from Dragon Ball Heroes, which is like an arcade game, but it had like its own promotional anime. So whenever you see like crazy shit like like Turles fighting Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or whatever, like that's from Dragon Ball Heroes. But what they're pretty smart about it. Like they'll do like a wave of 4 figures. One of them will be like a normal Vegeta or whatever, but then they'll add like different heads and different head sculpts for forms that we'll never get and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And then there are some studios like KW Studios will do like Cell Juniors and stuff. That's something we haven't gotten. But a lot of people like play it close to the vest by reusing like bucks that Tamashii Nations has done, because like it's it's just for whatever reason, whether it be like they borrowed these bucks, or it's easier to engineer bucks that are tried and true.
So therefore you're not having to retool or make new tooling for new figures all the time. I mean, it's a one and done.
You know what? I hate that the most about this. because the prices don't reflect the fact that they're stealing.
That's true.
Like their prices are still high, David. And
like
they're stealing
it's
everything.
all new tooling, all new everything that they've done.
They almost, like, most of the time, like 80% of what they have is stolen, and they're charging like sometimes more than SHFs are being charged. I'm like, man, what the fuck is the point of stealing if you're charging me like almost the same, if not more sometimes? Like, I hate that side of it. I mean, I get it. It's all about money at the end of the day. I mean, it's not hard to think on why that's happening, but I hate that.
I know you scrolled past this, and I'm not going to let you get away with this blasphemy. Who in the hell is making that Super Saiyan 5 AF Goku?
I think that's Kong Studios, no?
Yeah, this is a re-release, isn't it?
Well,
they've already made this once?
Well, so this is on a 3.0, Buck. The old one is on a 2.0.
Okay.
I'm here for it, dude. I love this shit.
Yeah, I'm here for this shit. This
is
a
million years that I think we would have a figure of this. I used to love this fucking design.
Yeah, this is what needs to be made. Stuff like this that's just like really never going to happen.
You're never going to get this. So seeing this but again, this may fall victim of what you said earlier. This may just be a render that doesn't see the light of day for years.
Well, for Kong Studios, they're actually way better than Demoniacal Fit in terms of showing product off, like prototypes off, and then actually releasing them.
Okay.
So they're pretty good. In terms of like brand new characters, this Dragon Ball Yamcha looks super sick, but who knows if this will ever come out. But this is awesome. I think this is great. I think he's too yoked. I hate it when they run. I hate it when Dragon Ball characters have mad muscles like this.
Yeah, he wasn't that swole in Dragon Ball.
But yeah, the biggest one right now is the studio that's attempting to put out this Moro, and this looks insane. LS Studios is, if they can pull this off, like, I'm there for it, man. This looks unreal.
I'm not even going to say anything because I don't want to talk about this more because I've been trying to avoid this motherfucker like the plague.
It's all right,
and I can't. Everybody keeps talking about this dude, and I cannot avoid it.
Moro's great. We'll talk about it in 15 years, David. I can't wait.
Oh shit!
All right,
I've heard nothing but great things.
Well, that's it. That's it for in terms of just figures I wanted to go over. Let's talk about stuff that we've been watching.
Yeah, Peacemaker. It's been amazing. We talked about it earlier, so we don't need to go in depth, but everybody go check it out. It's going to lead to different things in the DCU, so if you're not watching Peacemaker, you're kind of missing out a little bit on that end. It's already completely connected to this new DC universe in a big way.
Nice. How was that? How was that retcon? Did it go over well, or what? How was it done?
Nobody's cared.
Yeah.
Nice.
I saw certain people get upset, but for the most part, like, nobody cared. Everybody was like, "Oh, cool." Like, okay,
yeah, that's really what it has been. Like, oh, cool.
Well, I'm saying, like, in terms of this, like, the writing, how did it go over? Was it believable enough, or what? Did it feel forced, or what?
They literally did the shit even better than how they did the roadie swap on Iron Man.
Yeah.
Like, where he blatantly like was meta and was like, "I'm here, deal with it, over it, whatever," and kept it pushing.
Yep.
They didn't even acknowledge. They did it even cleaner than that. Like, it was nothing. Like, the shit you thought you saw before you didn't see, and let's keep it pushing.
It's incredible.
That was it. Yeah, it's crazy.
Who'd you see before? Nope, it was me.
Yeah,
so let's
it
go.
really was just like that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, the thing that made it work was James Gunn is really good at, like, what's the word I want to use? Mapping out the blueprint of how all this shit is being released.
Yeah.
And with the season 2 of Peacemaker coming out immediately after Superman, you had what is the term for when you see something and then it's like biased by it being new?
Recency biased?
Recency bias, yes. So that really did help with the sell of, he kind of like gaslit you, where what you thought you remembered from like way ago when this happened, that's not what happened. This is who you saw, because this is what you just saw. So this now makes sense, and he just kept it moving, and it worked. Nice. I would say for the most part it worked.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, but Peacemaker, I would say, definitely feels a lot like it's been a very natural progression. one of the things that I think people tried to gripe about was that this season they are not in costume as much as they were season 1.
Interesting.
Mhm.
But even that, James Gunn explained it away and was like, my characters are more than just the people in the costume. And so I really wanted to explore who they were as people and make them more multi-dimensional. And that's what the goal of this season has been. And he's been right. Like, I find myself caring about characters that I didn't even know a couple years ago. And even characters who aren't my favorite on the show, seeing their characters and their stories get fleshed out and developed has just made them just as intriguing as like the main characters that you're there for. Tim Meadows' character, he's a new character this season, has been fucking stellar.
Yeah, sorry, Brad. I love Tim Meadows in this show. Brad hates him.
Does he?
Yeah, I love his ass.
Oh my!
He makes me fucking laugh every time he's on the screen,
bro. Like effortlessly, like not even trying to be funny. Like this dude can, like, his deadpan and his delivery is like, and his comedic timing, love it. The cat, I don't even know this actor's name, but I love him. He's probably, like, in my opinion, I would say carrying the whole show. But the guy who plays Adrian, shit, I won't even say the guy that plays Vigilante. Like, I'm more intrigued by the Adrian, his non-costumed character of Adrian.
Yeah.
I love that dude because to me, he's like everything that Deadpool was prior to Deadpool going mainstream. When Deadpool wasn't so over the top, wasn't so like commercial, wasn't so like waiting to say the next cool catchphrase or whatever it is. Deadpool has lost some of his edge to me for all of those reasons. And Adrian and Vigilante, what they have done with this character on Peacemaker, it just feels more organic and natural and just like what a mentally unstable mercenary would act like and be like in costume and out. They have done a really great job of nailing it.
Yeah, because Deadpool just comes off most times like a Jack in the Box. You know, you're turning it and waiting for the chimichanga.
Yep.
And whatever. You know, it just feels like the same shit.
Yeah. So it's been good. So definitely check that out. Are either of you watching Marvel Zombies?
That just started the other day, right? It dropped all the episodes at once.
Yeah, they dropped everything. I finished it today.
How was it?
Solid.
I hear
really
great
good.
things.
Yeah, really good. I still think my biggest gripe is my biggest gripe is one that the show actually in a weird way solves, but then still leans into. One of the best characters on Marvel Zombies is a character who technically is not even in the MCU. And so therefore, one of my biggest gripes about What If and this Marvel Zombies movie has always been not utilizing the animated universe to step outside of what's been done in live action. Like, you have the free reign to now introduce characters and focus on characters who you have not made movies for and who you have not made TV shows for. And they still keep going back to like Old Faithful of the MCU. And because of that, them introducing Blade in this show, he steals the show. Like, he is one of the standout characters. And I think, I may be wrong, but I think he's the only character on there that is not from the MCU.
And you're right. You're right. And he's also well, maybe not. I was going to say he might be the only person that's not voiced by their MCU counterpart, but I think that
there are other people that aren't voiced by their MCU person.
There's a lot of people voiced by MCU. There's a lot of people voiced their MCU.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, like I know, 100%. Like David Harbour is on there, Elizabeth Olsen, and Simu Liu, and Paul Rudd, and
they're all back and in a good way, and it does make you care because I don't like Red Guardian in live action. I think that they made his character a joke character, and I don't understand. They did the whole like Marvel MCU thing, like everything has to be funny and jokes all the time. This character is much better nuanced in his delivery. Yeah, I Marvel Zombies was good. It could have only been that much better had they had the freedom to introduce more characters who are not in the movies. But I understand why they did it. There were a few things where it was kind of like they leaned into the whole like what if thing, and they took some major beats from the movies of how certain things played out, and then they represented it in a new way where it's like, well, this is how this happened in the movie, but we're going to put a spin on it, and it's going to go down in a way that's totally different happened in the movie. And one of those moments had my kids just happened to be like walking through, because they weren't watching this because they said they didn't want to, but they happened to be walking through and they saw one of those moments where it was like a setup of something from the movie, but then it deviated hard to the left. And both of my kids stopped in their tracks and were just staring at the TV with their mouths wide open. And they were like, did that just happen? And I was like, yeah, this show's been pretty crazy with like deaths and people that eat it in some very gruesome and crazy ways.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that I will say this, they definitely committed to this being like R-rated, because there are some very like gruesome over the top deaths of some beloved characters that are being voiced by the people that voiced them in the movies. So that part lends itself to be pretty cool.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I gotta watch that this weekend.
Yeah, it's good, man. Yeah, it's good. You end up seeing some characters that you did not expect to see, and it truly is like it has like elements of like a George Romero zombie movie, where like your team of main protagonists evolves as the show goes on, because you have people that end up joining the team and leaving the team for various reasons, and the team you start with may not be the team you end with by the episode's end, and that part is handled really, really well. And so, yeah, I would say this for show is like at least a strong, if I'm being like overly critical, like a strong 8.5, 8.75 out of 10.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, really good. High recommend. High recommend.
Pancho, we know that you have such little time because you're taking care of your loving young son. Okay, that's a throwback right there. What year is this? 2002? Dude, the fact that he has that ringtone, incredible. What a pull. What a moment that was. But is there anything you're watching, Pancho, that you've been really loving lately? Is there anything at all?
The only thing I'm watching is a baby monitor right now, so no, I'm not really watching anything. I
figured. And another thing I really wanted to ask you, I'm so sorry to deviate from the what we're watching thing, but I just wanted to know for my sanity, did you manage to get a Koraidon code or Miraidon?
No, dude. Charleston is Scalper City. Like,
wait, what is this? Did you manage to get what?
So GameStop is giving out codes for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet to where you can, where they distribute shiny versions of Koraidon and Miraidon, which are the legendary Pokemon for that generation. They switched to codes again, which I think is actually insane because they found the perfect distribution method a while ago, which was distributing it through an app for free. Like, what the fuck? I don't understand. But dude, Charleston, I cannot. So you know, Rick, like, I'm sure it's fucking crazy in the Bay. Like, but like, I would not, I think it's crazy because like California, you would expect it. I would not expect it in South Carolina, but like, I don't know if it's even worse because here in South Carolina, like, you could really just, it takes nothing to pinpoint a scalper in South Carolina. It's just some fucking moron in boat shoes and golf clothes. Like, I just hate it. I just hate it. Like, it's just idiots that like everybody in Charleston is an investor now. It's like, it's absolutely insane. So it's all these weird.
How do you not have a plug at your local GameStop? Like, how are you missing out on anything that's a GameStop exclusive?
It's because I think I think pulling I actually used to work here is the greatest shame known to man. I am never ever fucking going to do that. Like, unless it comes up naturally in a conversation on their side, I will never willfully distribute that information to anybody.
But don't you have people where it's like the torch has been passed and like this guy is the Don, so that when you walk in, you don't even have to say it. Like the new guy let the new guy who let the new guy know that when this guy comes in, this guy gets whatever he needs, carte blanche.
I might have one person that is from like the old era of when I used to work there that would be willing to do that, but like a lot of people that are there like either don't know me well enough to go out of their way to do that, or they're like by the book GameStop employees that are like, that we can't do that.
Yeah, they're real employees of the month.
Yeah, there is nothing I hate worse than a by the book GameStop employee.
it's the worst. It's actually
the worst.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
But
it reminds me of that scene with fucking Kunal Nanjiar where he's in that movie and he's like, "What the fuck is this man? It's just me and you. There's no fucking corporation here. Just put cheese on the fucking burger." Like,
yeah.
But like, so that's just not my like speed. I won't do that, because to be fair, like there were so many people that would come to my store and do that with us that I was like, what are we doing? Like, like I don't know. But those guys were like annoying and weird. But I could be annoying and weird to these people. I don't fucking know. So,
bro, can I tell you, I was not built for retail, because ever since, and then you know what I attributed to? It was my manager I had at my first real retail job. I just never took that shit serious, because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about nothing in here, because this is a company that's $1 million, $1 billion company. I'm in here like fighting for my life to make minimum wage in most cases. So if you want to come in here and want to hook up, if I'm in a position to do it, I don't care. My manager, my first retail job was at Champs, bro. And my manager's philosophy was, it was like a bunch of young black high schoolers that worked there. And he just straight up, it was a white dude. He was cool as hell, but he would just pull us to the side in a meeting and was like, "Look, I know how it is when people want to hook up on shoes. This is what I will do. I want to keep you in the freshest shoes so that nobody is stealing from the job. So whenever your shoes get beat down, worn down, just bring those shits back to work, and I'll let you damage them out and exchange them for a new pair of shoes."
Hell yeah.
And you can do that like every 3 months. And that way, just be honest by me. If you have friends that want to come in and get a hookup, just let me know. I would rather you let me know so I know who your friends are and that they're getting a hookup, so you never feel like you have to steal from the company. He was like, "These guys are getting paid millions of dollars, and I don't want you to mess around and lose your job over doing some dumb shit." And the way he laid it out, it made sense to me, because I'm like, well, hell yeah, bro. Like, why be sneaky? All he's asking us to do is to be upfront about everything. And it's just always been my thing. I'm like, it's never that serious. People be treating these jobs like a hookup or whatever is coming out of your pocket directly. I don't know. It may not be the best philosophy. Maybe that's why I'm not a business owner today and I don't work for a major corporation or whatever. And maybe that's why I have the attitude about Hasbro that I do. Make your money, but on the flip side, be okay with people doing what they got to do to live and get by every day with these jobs. Yeah, probably not a popular opinion, but it's a real opinion.
I think that there's definitely, so if you're tenured enough with like your POS, like your system and stuff, there are ways that you can hook people up and it be legit for sure. Like I used to do that all the time at GameStop. My manager used to do that all the time at GameStop. Yeah. A fun juxtaposition to your story about your first manager. My first manager was completely the opposite. He stole right in front of me and said, "Shh." I was fucking 15 years old. Like, what the fuck? What was I gonna do? Like, it's either this or you're fired, dude. So I just like, well, okay, I guess I'll just keep my mouth shut. But like, my last GameStop manager, who was probably the best like leadership I've ever had in my entire life. We're friends to this day. Like, he's like a genuine friend of mine. Like, he was so super cool. And like, he was one of those people that just like knew the system really well, but he was like firm on like egregious stuff. Like But if there was a situation you were in that was like genuinely unfair, and he was like, "All right, Ty, we'll figure this out. Like, there's ways that we can manipulate this POS to make it happen, or whatever, or like to give away an extra this or that or whatever." So like, I definitely resonate with what you're saying, David, for sure.
Yeah.
And like, that's
did you work? I used to work at GameStop once upon a time. Did you work in GameStop in the era when they would let you borrow new games that hadn't released yet, and you could just bring it back and then re-shrink wrap it in the back of the store?
Yeah, I worked back then too. Like, we would never re-shrink wrap it. We would borrow the gut, like the display copy that was out there. I mean, like, even now till today, you can borrow games. You can check out games for sure. Depending on how cool your manager was, you could borrow games before they released. But like, the rule of thumb is like you can't do it now. But like, But I worked back then, back when we had like the shrink wrap machine in the back, stuff like that. Yeah, for sure.
Different times.
Absolutely. But I can't even remember what. So like the whole reason this started is because like the scalpers and stuff. But like, yeah, all the codes were gone. And like not every store got codes in my area.
Nope. Yeah.
Charleston has like, it's a relatively big city. So like there's like eight GameStops, depending on how far out you want to drive. There's like 11.
What the fuck?
So like and like maybe 2 or 3 of them got codes, and like everybody just whatever. And you know what the biggest problem is, David? It's the people that the GameStop managers are hooking up the fucking scalpers. That's their plug. Because they
pay them. They pay them
because they pay them.
Yeah. Do you think they're giving them bread on the side?
Oh, that's absolutely. But I'll say like another great thing is like, as much as I hate those by the book guys, they are my lord and saviors when it comes to these Pokemon drops, guys. Because there is nothing worse than a GameStop employee that is like getting high off of his power in any situation other than Pokemon drops, because that's like wartime for them.
Yeah,
they
now
can't wait.
Now is even worse. It's worse than it's ever been right now.
I love the fact that you just said GameStop employee getting high off of their power.
Dude,
that in and of itself is like the quote of the night.
It's great because that's the kind of people they employ.
Let this GameStop have prismatic evolutions or 151 boxes. Whoo! This guy's gonna act like he's at the UN.
Yeah,
you are speaking such a foreign language to me right now, bro.
It's crazy, dude. Like they're one each. Like, and dude, they're so funny because like there's one GameStop in particular in my area. Like they were the first GameStop in my area that was converted to a trading card store. So like now a lot of GameStops are pivoting and turning a lot of their locations into trading card stores. Half of it. So like they'll get more trading card like distribution and stuff like that. Like they'll get sent singles and whatnot, and they'll host like events. The GameStop, it's for any Charleston locals in the chat. Like it's the GameStop on Dorchester, and they were doing like Pokemon like events before like any of this stuff was cool, because like everybody there plays the TCG or whatever. So they kind of more or less pioneered it in our area. So they were awarded with being the first TCG store, and they get tons of product all the time.
So it sounds like how some stores used to be like for comic shops used to be like Magic the Gathering.
Yeah,
like
yeah, for sure.
Tournament spots, right? Like similarly.
Yeah, for sure. So, but the employees there are like hardcore into this shit. So they're hardcore into the Pokemon TCG, and they're hardcore like gatekeeping GameStop employees too. By the book, all of them. They're all nice people, but they love enforcing the rules. Like there's just something about GameStop employees. The highlight of their day is making other people miserable by denying them stuff all the time. Like when I was in high school, like, and I was working with other high school kids, like their favorite thing to do was deny their peers M-rated games because they weren't 18 yet. They love doing that. It's like their favorite shit to do.
I've seen it. I've also seen, and you would think that it would have swung the pendulum the other way when people used to give GameStop a bad rap for like lowballing people on their trade-ins. but I've seen employees take glee in like maniacal laughter and seeing people get butthurt over how low the value of their NBA 2K game is. Or what do you mean I only get 87 cents for NBA 2K25? It's still 25. So
it's crazy. I used to work with a guy that like hated doing trades so much that he would go out of his way to like sorry Ben. He would go out of his way to like find anything that would allow him to what's it called? To defect a system. Because once you defect a system, it takes off like 40% of its value, but you also don't have to test it or anything like that. So he just hated like also GameStop employees hate their jobs. Like it's so funny. But he would defect everything just so he didn't have to go through all the steps to defect it or whatever. It's the worst. But anyway, back to this Dorchester GameStop. So it's like the perfect storm of like the worst traits to have in retail. So these guys for a while that like are as if I still work there. The district manager made them stop, but they were, whenever they would sell Pokemon stuff, they would break the seal on every single product, and if they were selling boosters, they would rip the boosters. They're all like to like counteract scalpers, which, you know, to be fair, in Japan at Pokemon centers they do this. They break the seal.
They do that, yeah.
They break the seal, there, and it does deter scalpers for sure. But like,
doesn't it lower the value if I'm a collector?
Yeah, it lowers the value. So it lowers the value if you're an inbox collector for sure. But like they're doing that because they want to make sure that the people that are in it for like the love of the game are getting it, because like, you know, I'm just gonna open this shit anyway. You could break the seal on my ETB for all I care. It's gonna get broken in 0.5 seconds in my car anyway. I don't give a shit. But like they just got so many complaints from from scalpers and people that want to have like sealed collections too, because they're genuine collectors that want like a sealed product here and there.
Yeah.
That they just like had to stop. But like it just gets so nuts at like these GameStops with these Pokemon drops. Like I think that is like the ultimate form of Pokemon TCG gatekeeping that I've seen. It's GameStop employees taking it upon themselves as if they were heralds of Pokemon Center and fucking cracking the seal on. It's so fucking funny.
You know what's funny is that it happens.
I hate to cut our Pokemon chat short, but I've got to run and go pick up Junior Walton. So this has been great, and we'll pick this up next Friday or Saturday.
Wonderful.
On my end.
All
right, fellas. Keep the party going though. Don't let me leave deter. Keep it going. You guys are flowing right now.
All right, wonderful.
All right, everybody. I'll catch you guys next week.
See you, David.
You know what's funny, Ponchos? There's a lot of sneaker shops that do that, where like if a rare sneaker's releasing, they go, "You have to wear these out."
You have to wear them out. Is crazy.
And you know what's funny? You know what's funny is that it's they don't give a fuck who complains, who makes a TikTok, who makes a post. Dude, there's certain skate shops that won't sell you like rare Nike SB like skateboarding sneakers if you don't do a trick.
That's so funny. Do a trick.
Like,
do a kickflip.
Yeah. They say do any trick you want, but you have to do a trick. They don't give a fuck. They don't care.
Unbelievable.
They don't care about complaints or anything like that. Like they're doing whatever they want. Yeah. So that's a crazy thing. I forgot. No, not that I forgot. My wife had the car with Mega Evolution, so I didn't get to go hunt for that. But next week I'm in it.
Godspeed.
Did you get any more?
Yeah, I got 10 more packs later that night. So and then I got 2 packs early that day at Target, and then I stashed 4 packs behind some bluey bed sheets.
Hell yeah.
Because I knew that they would all be gone, and then I came back later in the night and I got those 4. But what do you call it? But I got a ton of that. I don't necessarily want the ATBs that bad. I want the Gardevoir one because I want that Alakazam.
Yeah, I want that card. I don't need the fucking Pokemon Center one. Other people that lose their mind over fucking Pokemon Center version.
Yeah, I remember when I bought, like, I have a Pokemon Center. I've 2. The only sealed I have in my collection is a Pokemon Center Scarlet and Violet, and 2 Evolving Sky ETBs. Because I remember one time, this was also for context, this was forever ago, when nobody gave a shit about Pokemon. But I caught a Walmart restock on Evolving Skies, and I just kept on going back, and they were all still there. And I eventually just bought all 8, and I ripped 6 of them. I didn't get shit, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stop. Because, like, maybe one day, like, Evolving Skies will be worth something, and here I am.
Each ETB is like $500.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I just remember when, like, Pokemon Center stamps, like, nobody gave a shit about Pokemon Center stamps.
No, if anything, it was I tell Vince, like, promo cards were valueless.
Dude, yeah, like, the whole promo market is nuts right now.
Yeah.
Nobody cared.
You know how many fucking promo cards I've sold?
A million.
So many. I used to give them away because they were worthless. Because anybody can get a promo by just buying the box. And now all the promo cards are worth such ridiculously high prices. It's unreal. I sold a fucking Pokemon. I sold a fucking Pikachu Zekrom promo card for like $300.
Yeah, that's crazy. And nobody wanted those boxes.
No, I couldn't sell that card for $9 2 years ago. $9.
You know what's crazy?
Unreal.
I don't even know if I might just still have it out here. But like, dude, those the celebration, like, Lance's Charizard, like, dude, that was like less than $1 now. And even though it's not crazy, that's $10 right now.
Yeah, that's an insane jump.
Unreal to me.
That's
Lance's
a 10x
Charizard.
Jump. That's unreal. Yeah, a card. I kid you not, because I looked up late last year. I was looking up card values and whatnot, just thinking like, oh, maybe I should just sell some of these doubles that I have or whatever. And I remember looking up Lance Charizard. I thought, oh, this has to be worth something, dude. I kid you not, it's like 90 something cents. And now it's $10. Imagine if that 90 something cents moment, I was like, you know what? I should buy like 20 of these. Like, the return is crazy. It's unreal.
Somebody did that with the EVs, the Prismatic Evolution EVs.
Yeah.
Like, before promos went up, like, so many people were just like buying each. I was telling because my best friend has just started to get back, like, seriously into buying this stuff. But like, he was on game for forever. Like, even before me, like, he was buying like legendary collection stuff. That's when he started back up. Like, he has ETBs and stuff from every era, and then like he kind of like fell off at the beginning of Scarlet and Violet. No, he fell off right at Celebrations, like during that first big boom, because he couldn't get product anymore, and he was like, you know what, this isn't fun anymore. So we were going out, and we were just looking at all this stuff, and I was looking at his collection. He has just like so much like super rad shit from like from that era, like 2016 to 2019. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. That's unreal. So he's getting back into it now?
Yeah, he started getting back into it around I want to say Temporal Forces, and then the boom happened again with the Prismatic Evolution, and he stopped again. And then he was like super keen on getting Mega Evolution, but he was only able to get like 10 packs from his game stuff.
I didn't even get to go until later in the night, and fucking everything was gone.
That's rough.
But I'm sure I'll find it, because you know what, Mega Evolution at the very least, it's base set.
That's what I was telling him too.
I know it won't be bad.
I was like, they're gonna print the hell out of this base set. You're gonna be able to find this base set for 2 years.
Yeah.
So like,
this thing is gonna be no problem at the very least. It's the other sets that always trouble me.
Ebony Leopard said he bought 3 packs. He got a Mega Garvador. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
He goes, but
what up, Sonic Rockman
no, nothing about the game or their value. Hey, if you want to donate that Mega Garvador, you got a lover of the game right here. But
you know what? I do that sometimes too. I just buy stuff sometimes just to like, hey, let me peep out this card and like their quality.
Yeah,
and,
just
like,
because it's there.
What it's looking like. Yeah, fucking Vinny the other day, he was not the other day, but like a few months ago, he was going to these random stores looking at what they had. He went to a sporting goods store that had a couple packs of Pokemon, and he bought a fucking Marvel card pack, and he got like a $50 card.
Oh hell yeah!
Out of the Marvel stuff, and sometimes just stuff like that happens. The one time I got into Garbage Pail Kids cards, I pulled a $300 card.
Unreal.
It just fucking it happens sometimes. It's crazy stuff.
My best advice for you, Ebony, is if you ever want to sell that card, sell it right now, because the value will only go down for the short game.
Yeah, just because it's base sets, it's just gonna be printed to shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I wish I had it already, but I know it's not the end of the world, and I'll see it every time fucking Target restocks. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be just as bad as Journey Together is. Like I could find Journey Together like the next day sometimes.
You know what my favorite set is right now? It's fucking Journey Together because scalpers hate it.
Shut your mouth. I love that set.
I love that set.
Nobody likes it.
It's so good.
When it came out, I'll never forget the day it came out. I went hard on it. I'd gotten like 10 packs that day because that's a lot in this day and age standard like of drop day. And I was like, man, this thing's gonna go crazy. Nobody gave a fuck. Everybody online trashes it. Nobody fucking likes it. And I'm like, man, why? This set is so good. Nobody likes it.
One of the best cards in the whole set.
Man.
The best.
big haters, man. I'm glad they don't like it. It's printed to shit, and I love it for it.
Oh yeah, and you know, in a year, people are gonna be foaming for it. It's gonna be nuts. All those
That's
dudes.
That's true.
It is. All right. Yeah. I guess that's really it. We're talking about Pokemon cards. This is the point where we've run out of things to talk about.
Yeah, this is a classic A.C.B.A. moment where we bring up something and get lost in it, and then we're like, oh fuck, we talked for an hour. Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. It's literally at the top of the hour. It's 7:55 over here.
Oh, wonderful.
10:55. Perfect. Let's get out of here. Anything you want to close out with? Any OcTOYber advice you want to give? Whatever.
My best advice for OcTOYber is shoot a day ahead. That's my best advice. Or my actual best advice is if just pace yourself. Just don't sweat it. It'll be okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's see. Ebony Leopard says it's an EX, so maybe it's not that rare after all. If it looks expensive, then it is the expensive one. Like you could like off the bat, you could tell which one. It's like there's an EX that is like a darker colored. That is the less expensive one. But if it's like light, it's like white, and the Garbodor is like facing the left, I think, then that's like the really expensive one. It has like crazy texture. You'll be able to tell. DM me. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, beautiful. I love it. Have you been? You know what? No, we're gonna get fucking lost.
No, it's okay. Ask me.
I was gonna say, you get any of the Spider-Man Magic the Gathering stuff?
I did. Yeah, I got. I have a bunch of them pre-ordered on my Amazon. They're on an expired card, so I have time to think about it.
That's what I'm fucking talking about. That's that shit I do like. But you know what? They've been playing me lately. You better watch out. I don't know if it's just me, but I be doing that shit, and then it'll charge whatever card is on my account.
That's true. Yeah, sometimes it'll do that for me too.
They've been fucking playing me, and I was like, fucking shit.
Yeah, that's rough. That's the gamble you take, you know.
Yeah, and it's not like I don't have the money. It's just like, man, I didn't want to spend that right now. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm almost to the point where I want to do it through GameStop because it's a little bit cheaper at GameStop than Amazon.
Okay.
And right now, like nobody gives a shit about that stuff. So my GameStops are stocked to the gills with Spider-Man product.
Mine is like up and down. Sometimes these local collectors give a fuck, and sometimes they don't. Like with Final Fantasy when I dropped. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Well, that's because it's like, to me, in my area, it's like scalper stuff. So like,
yeah.
The Final Fantasy stuff was like, no, I couldn't find it. Except for the day that it dropped. Because scalpers would come and get it. But like the Spider-Man set, I think some people that were doing early openings were like, oh, the hit rates are ass. So that kind of like deterred scalpers or whatever.
Okay.
I bought a collection box because I didn't want to have a bunch of magic product because I don't play Magic. So I don't want like a ton of bulk. So I got like a collector box that has like that has a set of cards. It's a set of 6 cards that forms to have one big piece of art. So Spider-Man, Venom, Doc Ock, and Green Goblin. So that was really cool. And then it comes with 3 packs, just 3 regular packs. I'm kind of thinking about going back for like, there's a collector bundle that comes with collector boosters. So I have a chance to pull like the alt arts and stuff.
Oh, hell yeah.
But that might be the only thing I do, because I think I just rather single hunt. Because like, I really wouldn't necessarily dedicate more than like a 2-page spread to this in my binder. So I don't need a ton of shit.
Yeah. No, I'm this. I would be the same way. I really want to get the Avatar set that's coming.
Oh, the Avatar set looks really cool.
Yeah, I want that. I got a card during Comic-Con from the Avatar set.
Oh, nice. Did you see the Dwight Schrute stuff or no?
No, what's that? What the hell are you talking about?
Break, are you serious?
No, I don't know what you mean.
Okay, hold on. We got to do one more. Oh my god, dude.
Right. Later, Bobo. Shout out to Bobo.
Yeah, big shout out to Bobo, dude.
Yeah, what an absolutely incredible artist, guys. Go check out Bobo.
Hold on. So this is the last thing we'll talk about. I know everybody's gone, but the real ones are here.
Real ones, no. Only real ones remember this.
It was just announced last night. It was announced.
What?
I thought it was fake, just because of like, just because of what it was. I was like, there's no way this is real, but it is real, and it is fantastic. Let me try and find some images real quick. But it's part of their secret layer stuff. So secret layer is the way that they're able to do like all these crazy things like Spider-Man and Avatar and this and that and all that stuff. But one of their sets is, it's not even The Office, it's just Dwight Schrute.
What?
So I would have, it's crazy because it's so divided in the Magic community. Like every post on Instagram you go to, you will see it's like so divided between these people. A lot of people hate it. Some people think it's fine, but a lot of the people that hate it just hate Secret Layer, just in general.
Yeah.
But I'm sharing it. Do you see it?
What the hell? Recyclops?
Recyclops, baby!
Legendary Planeswalker Recyclops, and he's coming in as Garrick, basically. That is so perfect, it's absurd.
It's unreal. So, like, I will say, for as much as people hate this, you cannot disrespect the game. Like, come on, man, it's so good. Like the way they're incorporated, they all make so much sense. It's so good. Look at this ghostly fucking prison.
Wow. This is absurd.
Oh my god, dude, unbelievable. All right, next
Kevin,
one.
where are you? Do you see this, Kevin?
Dude,
White-O Lantern.
Dude, as the Scarecrow, unreal. Unbelievable. So for those of you that don't know, I believe these secret layer stuff, it's just art from their respective properties, but they attach it to like pillar, like tentpole cards in the TCG. So like there's always going to be like a Scarecrow, there's always going to be this and that, and like different lands and whatnot. It's just like their version of it, which is so cool. I think that's so awesome. Next one, Dwight, assistant to the king, baby.
Oh my god.
Best king. This is my first time seeing this.
Human wizard.
This is my first time seeing it like in such like blown up. I just thought it was a regular king. It's literally just Michael Scott. That's incredible, as it should be.
That's amazing.
Unreal, dude. Here we go. Dude, let's go. Hey King, baby.
I was about to say, why isn't there one of him as the Hey King? Boom. Bro, look at the designation. God. This is insane. I really wish that everybody would have gotten a fucking card, like a Kevin Chili set, or like the Chili fucking card would have been insane.
Oh yeah, dude, I feel the same way. Like I want everybody to get at least one. But it makes sense. If any character was gonna get it, it's Dwight. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Let's go, dude.
Weapon stash.
And like the art on these is so good. Like it's to the point. I love these cards so much that like I might just get proxies. I don't even give a shit. I just want some sort of representation in my collection with these because I don't know what.
And you said
go ahead.
You said this is Secret Layer, right?
Yeah, Secret Layer.
Those are kind of tough sometimes, huh?
Yeah, it's tough, but like, so singles are affordable sometimes. So I was looking at the Spider-Man singles, and they're pretty affordable, unless it's like the insane ones. You know, so whatever. And then did the cream of the crop, baby. Let's go.
Oh my god! Swords to Plowshare. Unreal.
Yeah, this set looks crazy.
Wow.
Unreal set, dude. I cannot wait. Hopefully some of these aren't crazy.
Yeah, I hope that you know what the hope is? That Magic fans are so annoyed by this that they don't give a shit.
Yeah. Swoop. Unreal. I thought this was fake as hell when I saw it last night. I was like, oh cool, like weird AI cards. And I was thinking AI is getting so great because this art looks amazing.
And it's because it's real. It's real. And before we go, we did have one super chat that we missed from Kwame Taylor. Said, just got here, start over. Sorry, Kwame Taylor.
Unreal.
We're just on our way out.
That's it. Yeah, that's actually, we've exhausted all of our resources. I can't imagine talking about anything else.
There's not much more we can bring up here. So yeah, take us out of here, Poncho.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. OcTOYber is officially in effect as of this week. So, you know, good luck to everybody out there. Have fun, most importantly. And make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.
Goodbye.
See you later. What a great show, Rick.
Yeah, great.
Wonderful show. Wonderful show. Yeah, I really hope that those Dwight cards are not hard to get.
Dude, I really hope so.
I mean, I'm sure they'll be hard to get, but I hope they're affordable.
Yeah, I need those. Those are so sick. Those are awesome.
I'm willing to pay $20 per card.